virus is out. I repeat, the virus is out. Throw the first switch.
Sentence served.
Get ready. Get set. Permission to freak out. Go!
We're the talk of the industry. And that's the way it's always been. The outcasts of radio. Bastards. No one truly wants our radio show. No one has balls anymore.
Your balls are showing.
Big, beefy, hanging, swinging nuts.
Throw the second switch.
Wow, this is even better than I imagined.
Love you, Opie. Love you, Anthony.
Boy, we're going to have great fun.
Love you, Ben. Love you, Steve.
I hope you brought a big bag of smiles.
O-N-A. O-N-A.
You two are going to hell.
Shut up. Kill yourself.
Throw the third switch.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Grr.
No.
Grr.
No.
Grr.
No.
Grr. 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 Grr.
No.
Grr. Grr.
No.
Grr. Grr. Grr.
No.
Grr.
O-N-A Party Rock. Oh, my God.
Hey, bud. Let's party.
I don't play it.
Hey, bud, what's your problem?
Grr. Grr. Grr.
No.
Grr. Grr. Grr.
All of radio rips me off.
You're a phony! Hey, this guy's a great big phony! Hey, you're a great big phony, you know that? That's right, you're a big fat phony!
You dick.
Grr. 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 Grr.
No.
Grr. 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 We're a bunch of idiots. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio. That killed 2 minutes today.
I love the Steve drop. The new Steve drop.
Grr. Grr. Very nice. You're checking out a virus we like to call the O&A virus.
Yes, it's like AIDS.
Spreading across America. Very happy
Spreads.
about that.
It spreads. It's given to others during pleasure. See, because you enjoy the program. So it's much like the AIDS virus. And once you get it, there's no getting rid of it.
I don't think Canada has the virus yet.
No?
They got a few symptoms.
Pretty new in the game, though.
Pretty new in the game.
I think we could have a pandemic. A pandemic.
The O&A virus could be a pandemic.
A pandemic. Hopefully we do better than that bird flu.
Yeah, that bird flu that was supposed to scare the shit out of all of us.
That
thing was supposed to get all of us, wasn't it?
It rears its ugly beak every time there's a slow news day. That's pretty much it. And then they talk about the bird flu again. But that was top news. That, the shark attacks that go away, they just go away.
And now we got a bull attack.
And now, bull attack. Well, that was a good one this morning.
Wait till you see the video of the bull going into the stands.
You know, nothing more fun than when you could chalk one up for the old animals.
The old animals.
When you go to the chalkboard and just eke out a 1.
Let's go to the scoreboard. Let's see. Humans, 7 billion. Animals, 8.
8. But it's a good 8.
It is a good 8.
You gotta give them. And most of them captured on video, which is fantastic.
This bull goes in the stands and just starts goring everybody.
Obviously, it was a bullfight, some type of event where savages in some uncivilized country decide it's a fun thing to just stick swords into bulls.
Is Spain, do they do that anywhere else but those stupid machismo Spaniards?
I think the Mexicans do it, don't they? Mexico, the wannabe Spain, Mexico.
I'm nowhere's near an animal rights activist.
Neither am I.
But some of this, I know, but some of this shit you see, it's like, why?
In this day and age.
Why spears into a bull until it can't move?
A Jew bull in this day and age.
Just some uncut idiot wearing like a frilly shirt and a little satiny faggot pants.
Dressed like a complete faggot.
Stabbing a lovely animal.
You ever see the tradition? It's in one of these countries where they lift up an animal by its back legs.
Like a goat?
And then they drop it on its head, basically, from
a roof of a building.
From like 100 feet up or something.
Yeah.
It's like, why?
Because they're savages. They're complete savages. Is there a reason for the bullfight these days? You could have a bullfight, and then the guy makes his fancy moves, and then you leave. The bull goes home.
Yeah.
Everyone has fun. Even the bull. Bull gets to chase some faggot around the arena, and then everybody leaves. But for some reason, they got to have the picador and the fucking dickador and the toreador and matador, and they all come in and have their jobs of slicing and slashing certain parts of the bull to make it so it's not quite a fair fight.
Do you really know the doors?
I've known a few of the doors. There's a picador.
What the hell's a picador?
A toreador.
What's a toreador?
I believe the picador is the one that throws the spears into the neck.
Well, obviously, we all know
the toreador is
I know
believe,
that one. Not.
I think the toreador, and I'm not sure, but the toreador is the guy on horseback.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of keeps the bull in line that way. And then there's the matador, which is the guy with the red, little thing. He's the guy getting all the credit.
And how do you know all
the
this?
Showmanship? I think it was Discovery Channel.
Forget Aristotle and fuck Socrates. Here comes Professor Anthony.
Well, how does it feel to be sitting with two dumbadors? Because we have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
I thought he was using some of that fancy slang. There's the matadors, and then there's the idiotador and the bullador and the
bullador.
Whatever, dude. I thought you were doing slang. I didn't know you actually knew the terminology of bullfighting.
I hate bullfighting.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's not very entertaining to watch. I remember when I was a kid, my father wanted to take us down to Mexico to see one, and even then I was like, I don't think I want to see that. And I saw people get shot, and I was like, not into the bull getting massacred. Like I said, if it was a fair fight, just the bull in complete good bull shape going after the matador, that's fine. But they kind of butcher him a bit before the fun even starts, He's walking around with
so brave.
Yeah, with the spears in his neck.
Real brave.
High socks, those George Washington socks.
Those
high knee stocking socks.
I'm wearing them now. Of course I know of them, Jimmy.
Buckled shoes. Fucking queer. Where are they supposedly live? Whether it's Mexico or Spain.
George Washington.
Fucking awful stocking socks.
It's Spain.
That was quite the look back then.
Yeah.
The big buckle on your black shoe.
Oh, it's just awful.
Black leather shoe with the buckle and then the socks up to your knees.
And a wig.
Yeah, you had to wear the blonde or the white wig.
Wooden teeth and a slave with your load all over it. A lovely country.
They called it the good old days.
Let's go to Wendell in Michigan.
A belly warmer.
Wendell.
Yeah.
What's up?
What's going on?
Hey.
Well, I called to tell you how I got my wife hooked on your show. I've been having you guys for about a year or so. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
The two times she listened that she was in my car driving was the time you put Bill's nose in that nasty ass.
Yeah. That'll do it.
That and the eggnog and puking was the only two times she listened to your show in my fucking car, and she fucking died. She's the one that actually downloaded the nutsack crushing for me. So I just want to let you know, you guys do get hit with the women, even though they're...
And we care why.
Because I thought you'd just like to know, because we're fans.
We don't like to know. We get paid either way, sir.
That's a good gig for you, isn't it? Well,
yeah.
Oh, Wendell, we appreciate you guys. I'm just fucking with you. Thank you for that update.
Yeah, you guys rock. Hey, Jimmy, glad to have you back. Too bad Bill wasn't there, though.
Thanks a lot, Wendell.
Okay.
Wendell.
Yeah. God bless Wendell.
Wendell. Named after Wendell Wilkie, was he? Who's named Wendell
I don't know.
anymore?
He's a nerdador.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of doors today. Let's go to Greg in D.C., home of President Bush, who's working on his speech.
State of the Union.
State of the Union tonight. Oh my God, what is he gonna say? What is he gonna say tonight?
They said he was very excited about the prospect of giving his sixth, I think it is, or fifth or something like that.
Yeah.
State of the Union address, because he's very proud of what we've accomplished so far, and there's a lot of work to be done. We've done a lot, but what?
I bet you there's going to be a lot of interruptions because there's going to be people applauding.
Only one half of the place applause. It's only one half.
I
Just
thought
the
they all get
Republican
together
side.
for the State of the Union.
Nah, for
Show a
some
little
things,
support.
when he says things like, "Oh, people need medicine," then everybody claps.
Yeah.
When he says something like, "The war on terror is going good," then you get half the room
Half the room
kind of
claps.
and now probably half the room will kind of smattering.
And the other half will hold up Oswald and Squeaky Fromm signs.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
I love how Ted Kennedy's there. He's like drifting off to sleep. Barely ever claps for anything. They're always showing him and like Hillary just totally sitting there, just laying back like, how many more years of this fucking asshole we got?
Yeah.
Well, I bet he says freedom a lot. I wonder.
Freedom and terror. Terror. Very afraid. Very terrorized of the terrorists.
Although I think he was right to tap into people. The NSA wiretaps I'm fine with.
Yeah, apparently this is a big thing. He was wiretapping people making phone calls overseas and without going through the usual congressional approval and warrants that are necessary for this kind of thing. But they did check with all types of NSA lawyers. It's like this show. Like, we're not quite sure what's legal and not, but as long as somebody at corporate says okay, we go along, and before you know it, there's a yam bag hanging in a jar full of bees. Like, that's how they kind of figured this out.
Yeah.
So apparently he's not going to be in as much trouble as a lot of people would like to believe.
All right, let's go to Greg in D.C. Greg?
Good morning, boys.
Good morning.
Hi.
I just wanted to call up, and I'm a big fan of the show, but I need to know exactly where the moral compass points because, killing bulls is bad, but blindfolding a naked Patty and having her go through a minefield of mousetraps, that's okay.
Of course.
You summed it up.
Without
That is
question.
Fine.
Okay, I just needed to know.
You think that stalker Patty is suffering today, sir?
If we put spears in her neck and then fought her until she was dead, which I believe we have scheduled for February. What? Could be a problem. Hey, you think the bull would be happier being dead in the arena or leaving with some mousetraps on his little hooves and a $1,000 check on each horn?
Have you ever seen how shredded their dicks are in those arenas? I don't know how happy they'd be either way.
Why?
They rip those things up. They usually, in just bull riding, they wrap the rope around your nuts when you're
It's
the bull.
not the nuts, sir. I know a little bit about bull riding. I've done it myself.
You've done bull riding?
Yes, I did.
Ew.
When I was 16,
in a gay bar somewhere on one of those
16,
mechanical things?
Not the real Brahma bull, my friend.
In the middle of Wyoming?
No, it was Southern California.
Brokeback
San Juan Capistrano.
What was the bull's name? What was the bull's name? Steve?
Listen how mean he sounds.
No.
There was a real Brahma bull, my friend, with the big hump and everything. It was very frightening. And I had to do it because my father and his friends were a bunch of drunk idiots. And all of the kids of these drunken idiots were like their entertainment for the day. Because you could go out and maybe get a job.
Yeah.
Or you could sit around and drink tall boys of Budweiser, wait for your kids to get home from school, and throw them on various animals and watch them get thrown off and laugh and laugh and laugh. So the object is to stay on for 8 seconds. And they had these Brahma bulls that had come into this guy Jimmy Jackson's ranch. And we would hop up on it. They would put the bucking strap on, which, as I said, doesn't go around the balls. It just goes around the shank, goes around the ass end, the under the right in front of the thigh.
The old sleeve.
Yeah, and it annoys the shit out of the bull. It just really bugs him. He wants it off. And when the chute opens up, they pull it and it tightens up, and you got to hold on for dear life. and it's a hell of a ride, and there's only one way off, and that's to fall off. And you stayed on for 8 seconds. I remember if I stayed on for 8 seconds, I got beer, which was very good.
And how old were you?
The first time I did it, I think I was 14, something like that, and then did it until I was like 16.
Anthony had the greatest dad ever.
It was crazy. It made no sense
ever.
It was not parenting. I wasn't growing up with a parent. I was growing up with a child. It was one of those deals where you're just hanging out with some guy who's supposed to be your father, but he's just like a 35-year-old child playing cowboy. And you don't know. At the time, I look back now that I'm older than he was back then, I look back and go, okay, I could kind of see it now because I don't want to,
Right.
I don't like adulthood.
I don't want a parent.
Fuck adulthood. I don't like that. And if I had kids, I'd run for my life.
Right.
But, it was one of those things he kind of enjoyed doing, and I thought it was fun.
I think we all want to see you with buckskin pants, shirtless on a bull, maybe with a little red scarf tied around your young neck.
It wasn't the gay rodeo,
all over your
friend.
chest.
Steve knows a guy who's got buttless chaps.
Yeah. Hey, Greg.
Thank you very much.
To answer your question, there's something called choice.
Yeah.
Patty chose to do that for money.
That's right.
I don't think the Bulls have a choice.
That's right.
Choice.
And if they did, they'd give up some pussy.
Problem,
it comes down to the
I love
choice.
Your show. Fuck Howard.
Yeah,
and
fuck
thank
Howard.
Thank you very much. I'm punching out.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Well, that was a very good call. Speaking of Howard, the Emily Stern remixes continue to come in. Just a quickie.
They don't stop.
Just a quickie. Don't worry. It's really fast. Listen to this.
Oh,
was that overnight? I had no idea.
I don't know.
She had suffered a stroke a few months back.
She was just on TV recently, and she looked fine.
Talking to her. You're kidding. How did it happen?
Coretta Scott King passes away.
Godspeed, Coretta Scott King. She's now in the promised land with her husband, the late Martin Luther King Jr.
And there's Katie Couric trying to look 28 years old.
That
Holy
fucking
crap.
hairdo is atrocious.
What happened? What's that thing sticking out of the side?
The back has been blasted out.
She's trying to take on time. Good luck with that one, Katie. Good luck.
I'd like to make out with her nose 3 minutes after I wake up. Just suck her nose with my morning breath.
Pasty mouth.
Yeah. Like so her nose will smell like the inside of, I put a ski mask on. You ever smell your own breath in a ski mask?
Oh, my God, I have.
Not since I was 12. When do you...
Well, I rollerblade to work. Haven't
Yeah.
lately, but we'll be picking that up again soon. And I wear a neck warmer. Throw it right up to my eyes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you should smell that. That's what Bill should smell. That will make him puke.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't worn like a ski mask thing, and you wear a scarf.
No, I don't wear a scarf.
But I remember being a kid wearing a ski mask, and other kids around school with frozen snot under the nose hole for the ski mask.
Yeah.
Chipping away frozen snot.
You wouldn't put the mouth and nose part of my ski mask over your face?
Never, ever.
Smell your morning breath in a ski mask because it just stays in there forever.
It doesn't matter how much you floss or brush your teeth and scrub that old tongue, and it's still horrific.
The constant breath in there.
Because you're coughing, and like that cough gets like that phlegm breath.
Yeah.
You ever smell somebody's flu breath? Is there anything worse when you're talking to somebody? You can smell how sick they are?
No.
Oh,
why would you get that close?
Dude, when somebody has a flu or something, they're
You
really
don't have
sick.
to get that close.
Yeah, you
could
really
be in the same room.
Yeah.
It's a warm, wet
Sick
smell. Yeah, it smells sickly.
Smell of infection.
It's death saying hi.
Yeah, just tapping you on the nose,
poking out.
But because of all the fine drugs we have today, you could push that death thing back for a little while.
He's got the consumption.
Yeah. Hey, it's time for our Super Bowl promo.
Super
It's time for
Bowl.
our Super Bowl monster promo.
The following promo was written by interns.
Thursday, February 2nd. Opie and Anthony, the shock jocks who are so extreme to the core they force their listeners to have sex in a church, present the most extremely awesome event in satellite radio history, the first annual Super Bowl.
Man, I can't wait to see the Seahawks play the Steelers.
Wrong, douchebag. Reigning champ Matt the pill-popping construction worker will defend his balls of steel against the revenge-seeking pride of Puerto Rico, the Connecticut king of cock, Raphael.
Yeah, he's gonna be cock.
Open-handedly beat your kids to sleep, sock your significant other in the face, kick your boss where he wears his yarmulke, and brace yourself for some really, really straight, non-homosexual balls-to-the-wall action.
Fuck yeah, extreme for the mat!
It's gonna be an all-out, nut-bashing, cocks-clashing, high-heel-stomping, pig-fucking, big-ball-busting bonanza.
Shit, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker!
This is your Sultan of Smut, Steve Z. God bless America.
That's action-packed.
And we have this question to ask today. Mm-hmm. Does either guy have the balls to take on the ultimate challenge on Thursday?
That gives me the heebie-jeebies. That is a perfect example of giving you the heebie-jeebies.
That's the question we have. That's the question we have today. Do they have the balls to take on the ultimate challenge?
Did you ever catch bees when you were a kid?
Yes.
Do that in the big Hellman's jar?
Yep.
And it was like hunting as a child. That was your first foray into the world of hunting, because you had to, search out your prey, and there was an element of danger to it. When that lid wouldn't go on right, and the bee would get out and chase you, you just do that losing your mind, running down the street, waving your arms thing.
We would do multiple bees. I remember the most I ever got into a jar was 43.
Wow. Dude, so you'd have to open the jar up and get another one in?
And I remember specifically the number because number 44 was Reggie Jackson's number, and that was the number I wanted to get to, and I couldn't get the last bee. I was completely unafraid of bees when I was a kid.
I would never do that. I was petrified
as well.
Still am. Petrified of bees. And I'd go out catch them, and it was an adrenaline. It's like doing drugs for a kid, because it was that adrenaline rush. Did you get the flour in there, too? Or
sometimes you snap it off.
See? That was part of the rule with me. No flour in the jar. You had to just get bee.
I didn't care what went in there. As long as it was like 30 bees, I didn't care. Yeah, that's a very unpleasant noise.
Isn't that?
We used to hunt bee nests. Like, they would tell us where they were. And like Yellow Jackets, we would dig these nests up with sticks. And we would just ruin bee nests. And I finally became afraid of bees when I saw my friend Denny running with 3 little Yellow Jackets on his arm.
Oh, screaming, getting stung?
Horribly getting stung. That stupid ass. Instead of wiping them off, he just put his arm straight out. Zig Heiling the bees. You think they're Jewish bees, you idiot?
Well, they do tell you that if a bee lands on you, to just leave it alone. It doesn't want to sting you. It'll go away. That is such bullshit.
Do they say that when you've destroyed the nest and 3 of them are attacking you?
No,
brush them off.
They're probably attacking you then, yes. But when they land on you, even just out of nowhere, when it lands on me, I will do that. And then you take the jar of bees, and you just caught bees in there, and put it up to your ear, and you'd hear that sound, and it would really creep you out.
To interrupt, can somebody please tell me we have this Steve Martin promo on tape somewhere, the Pink Panther? Please tell me we have that. Please tell me.
It is so bad.
We have this taping somewhere in the office, NBC?
It's probably on the trailers thing on Apple also, on trailers.
What were you saying? I'm sorry, man.
The bees. You put it up to your ear, and it would give you such a feeling of heebie-jeebiness.
We used to do that with, you knock a wasp nest down and put it in a jar, and then eventually...
How would you knock a wasp
Throw rocks at it. I would throw rocks at it.
Yeah, I've done that and run for my life.
Come right back. I always come right back and knock it down.
No, you hit it like a piñata. That's the best way.
No, not when it's full of bees.
No, that's what I did.
It's not what I did.
You take a broom and you hit it like a piñata.
But you wait till they're out at work?
No, if you throw rocks at it, you'll knock it down, and they'll leave the nest, and they'll stay up where the nest used to be, and then you take the nest, and you put it in a jar, and then you pop holes in it, and all the bees would hatch, and then just die in the jar. I didn't want to kill them. I would just be I would leave them in my garage.
I didn't want to kill them. I just wanted to
torture the babies, bees,
the hell out of them.
No food.
Let them be born and die.
Look at how excited you just were. No food.
No, I didn't mean to. I just would do that, but then I'd fill it with water through the holes and kill them that way.
Little serial killer in the making.
I didn't like bees.
I see.
We understand. Travis has an idea for a Super Bowl. Super Bowl this Thursday. Does either contestant have what it takes to take the ultimate challenge? Travis, Virginia, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Hey, man.
Hey, I just had an idea. Habanero peppers, if you get a fresh habanero and cut it up, and they rub it on their balls, it'll burn really bad. It's like it's icy hot. I've actually had this happen to me before by accident, and it hurts.
I've heard people that have taken peppers, hot peppers, had them on their hands, and then they go in to take a leak and touch their dick, and just that alone makes a real heavy-duty burning sensation.
Yeah, you put a little just in your pee hole.
Oh, no, you don't.
Just a little.
No, you don't.
Yeah, just a little.
No, you don't. Just a little.
Just a little.
Stick the whole pepper up
just
there.
a little bit. Squeeze a little juice out into the pee hole.
How about some insecticide in the pee hole? A little Raid. A nice shot of Raid right in your piss slit.
All right, Travis, thank you.
I'll watch it out.
So, we asked a question today. Will they take the Ultimate Challenge on Thursday? We're trying to find bees, by the way.
Yeah, see,
we have the weirdest jobs in America because after the show yesterday, it was all about emailing each other, trying to figure out where we're going to get bees for Thursday's show.
I know how many. I open up my email. There's like 18 emails just about the bees.
Everyone very excited.
Where are we getting the bees? Is somebody out there looking? Are we calling beekeepers? Do we know someone that can FedEx bees to us? Was actually one of the emails.
It will be another first for radio. We have a lot of firsts in this business.
Yeah. If it was summertime, it would be easy. We'd just send an intern with a jar out to one of the many garbage pails around here in the city.
With his hands.
Bring it back. And if he stings you, you need another one because they pull him out.
Put that in your asshole and tape it shut and get back up here immediately, son.
And what kind of bee do we go with? Do we go with the yellow jacket?
Wasp.
The honeybee.
A wasp,
is...
Oh,
forget it.
A wasp.
A wasp is brutal.
Exactly.
We need some kind of bee expert to help us out with that.
Honeybees hang out on people. They get world records. There's 10,000 of them on a guy somewhere.
Yeah, that is
What are they going to
true.
do? Just tickle your bag with their little
Those
beefy?
wasps where they're hovering there like a Harrier jet with their legs just kind of swinging. So frightening.
Ready to fucking dig and redig that barbed stinger into your ball bag.
Over again.
Wham.
Mike, what's up?
Hey, Mike, what do you say there, Bill?
Mike, you.
Paint each other up.
The guy
Me
that
and
wants
you.
to talk about being stung on balls by Yellow Jacket.
Ooh.
All right.
Didn't have the balls for even the phone call.
Guess the boss came in.
Well, that'll happen.
So where are we at with the rounding up of the bees?
We need bees. How many?
A lot.
How many are going to be in each jar?
We figured one in each
Just
jar.
one in each jar, but we need some standby bees.
But maybe we need a couple in each jar, you know. The Ultimate Challenge, this Super Bowl, which happens on Thursday. And you know one's going to get loose in the studio and all hell's going to break.
Oh, boy. I want a beekeeper suit.
Loose.
I want a beekeeper suit that day.
Bees.
They scare me. They hurt.
Dude, you know butterflies scare me?
Now, that is a faggot if I've ever heard one.
It's a faggot if you look at a butterfly and go, oh, they just creep me out. I don't like them. They just, anything that with
Is
wings.
it the fluttering?
Yeah, fluttering.
They flutter.
Don't like them at all. Nothing with wings.
They get around you. And what about the moth?
Gross.
Yeah, you don't like the moth?
Yeah. Fat, hairy fucking thing with wings.
Let's get. They have those weird antennas with the branches on them.
No
they
one
look
likes.
like feathers in their head.
No, they should all be landing on little Japanese twin teenagers.
You get the powder on your fingertips, right? When you play with the butterflies.
Yeah. They have powder on their wings.
It's kind of like a powdery thing that happens. Let's say hi to Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Hey.
Been stung not 10 times. I was 10, and I was walking through the woods in my backyard, stung about 100 times, 150 times by an entire yellow jacket nest, stripped down naked in my front yard by my mother, in front of my friends.
Oh, you got to kill yourself.
Still don't live it down. Still can't live it down, fellas.
Yeah. You would have to kill yourself after that.
Well, I tried, but, it didn't work. I got to try again and again, man, All right, hey, Anthony.
No.
Nah, damn it, fuck. I tried. I'm out.
This call was a disaster.
No, I think it was pretty good.
Shut up, Jimmy.
All right, some quick audio.
We've just gotten word that Martin Luther King's widow, Coretta Scott King, is dead at the age of 78. She had been battling complications from a stroke she suffered earlier this year.
We must continue to adhere to that philosophy of nonviolence as a way of bringing about social change.
Coretta Scott King didn't set out to make history.
Because I've been to the mountaintop.
But her marriage to Martin Luther King Jr. put her squarely at the forefront of the civil rights movement.
Her commitment, too, was for the cause. She was willing to make sacrifices, as she certainly did.
Born in 1929 in rural, segregated Alabama, Coretta learned about discrimination early, forced to walk 5 miles to school each day, while white children in buses passed her by.
Yeah. Coretta Scott King dead at the age of 78.
How does it feel, Opie, that our whole career is in the tip of my finger on this button on the sound effects machine right now? Our whole career rests on me hitting or not hitting this button.
I wouldn't do it. Why don't you just pretend there's a little bee nesting on it?
Our entire career right now rests on this little digit on this little button. It can happen or it can't. All the power in this. That's to just blow this show up.
You like the Escalade, do you?
Hit of a button. That is why I will lift my hand and not play.
All right. That's the beauty of this show. You never know when it's going to blow up again.
Just
and that's the excitement of what we do.
Just maybe you could hint.
There will be no hint. There will be no pressing of the button. That is a situation where life branches, and we have just taken one branch. Could have been the other branch with whole nother road.
Can we at least see which one you were going to push?
Okay. This one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been
a problem.
Bad one. I liked that movie, too.
Time for a Maya Angelou poem, I think. She's on the phone talking right now. But I want to hear one of her poems.
One of the worst poets ever.
Is she bad?
Doesn't even rhyme.
Oh, my God.
Doesn't even rhyme.
Do we have audio of one of her poems?
They had a commercial.
I once tried to figure out what the hell she's trying to say with her poems. I have no idea.
I only like poems that rhyme.
That's what I like. Hickory dickory dock.
The butterfly.
That's what she does, yeah.
The yellow jacket stings. What?
It's I don't get it.
Maybe we could get some audio of her doing a poem.
Roses are red, violets are blue. You sure are lovely, and I like you.
I thought it was sugar is sweet, and so
I
are you.
I wouldn't know about that.
That's Hallmark.
That's what I wrote. For a girl I liked in L.A. recently.
That should have been roses are red, violets are blue. I know you don't like me, and we're just friends.
And you fit in with some really good women, too.
It's Jeremy in Jersey. Jeremy!
Boys.
What's up, Jeremy?
Hi.
When did this turn into Travis Radio? You guys playing it safe?
That's not playing it safe, sir. There's playing it safe, and there's coming in tomorrow to do another show.
And how you can't say that today. We're going to do this on Thursday.
All right.
That's never been done on radio before.
All right.
Guys sticking their junk in like a jar with bees.
People that enjoy the show.
Being stung by the bees.
So much want us to be fired.
Bye, Midge Me.
Midge Me.
I don't know who this Midge Me is. I don't know what he does.
All right. The Ultimate Challenge happens this Thursday during the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Do they have what it takes to take the Ultimate Challenge? All right, here's the Pink Panther trailer. You should hear my brother go off on this, too. Like, why? Why would you try to remake the Pink Panther?
People ask me why I trash Steve Martin. This is why. I used to love Steve Martin. The Jerk, Roxanne. How funny. He was great.
Yeah.
A million great movies, and then this shit.
There's things you just should never remake. Pink Panther's one of them. Honeymooners, I mean, we already talked about that.
Because the people that pulled off those lead roles in those examples you just gave are such strong personalities, and you can't imitate them.
They're unique personalities.
Right.
You can't just throw someone in that role.
If you try, you're mimicking that person doing the role.
Yeah, there are so many movies that come out. You can throw anyone in the role. That's obvious, but you're so right. There are some that you can't throw just anybody in.
The great Gleason. Like, you're going to step in and Do a Gleason.
But at least they did a black honeymooners. It's not like this wouldn't have been so bad if they got a black guy and they called it the Pink Panther.
Here is
well, Beyonce's in it because they have to jazz it up.
No, they have to appeal to, like, Steve Martin's the everyman, the smug, douchey. You want to see what Steve Martin's turned into? Look at that fucking cheaper by the dozen poster and that stupid, like, little eye slit closed face. That's what Steve Martin is. There's always a black chick in every flick. We get it.
Because they have to appeal to the black audience so they could get them in there. No black guy is going to go in and see a Steve Martin movie.
No, ever.
Or other white actors that black people just would never go and see. They have to put in the black, sassy black girl.
Yeah, Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah, they got to get in there. And that's supposed to bring in the black audience.
It does, too. Made $100 million, that movie.
Which one?
The Bringing Down the House. $100 million.
Wow. All right, here's the trailer for the Pink Panther movie.
Welcome to the world of Inspector Clouseau.
Can you stop that for a second? I hate it already.
It stinks, and he doesn't like it.
Fucking Peter Sellers. How do you do that to Peter Sellers?
Yeah.
As brilliant as he was in those movies, you shithead.
Welcome to the world of Inspector Clouseau. His approach
Good one.
is unconventional.
I didn't kill him.
You recently performed Grab eating her. Can't you think she's sexy?
And his accent is unmistakable.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a burger.
A hamburger.
The burger.
Steve Martin.
Oh, my
Beyonce
God.
Knowles. The Pink Panther. Rated PG. In theaters February 10th.
Grr.
No.
Shame on you.
Hamburger.
Okay, terrific.
Hamburger.
What is he, retarded or a French?
I don't know, but that Steve Martin is pretty good.
What?
He fucking stinks.
You brought up the movie poster of that movie where there it is.
Cheaper by the dozen.
Look at him.
Look at that douchey white guy, smug everyman face
in a safe sweater.
Yeah, exactly.
When I used to go to the video store, you go to Blockbuster and walk up and down the aisle and look. Were there some covers? There were some covers I would just stop and stare at for like 10 minutes because they were so bad. Like, it ran through my head what the photo shoot must have been like and how they chose that. And that's one of them that I would sit and look at and go, it's just awful. All right, Steve, get your hands on your hips and stand there. We're going to have your whole family behind you and just horrid.
Kind of look like you're squinting at the sun and smiling at the same time. What? Just stand there and have the I'm a sellout and a douchebag look on your face. Perfect.
Let's go to Mike in Kentucky. Mike, what's up?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, I just want to call and thank you guys for finally changing the fucking, you call it the pad data or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's for our friends
yeah.
that take the show and makes it easier to navigate around.
That's what I'm saying on my MiFi. I can finally fast forward.
What's on there now?
It just says the Pink Panther.
Now it says, I think it says Opie and Anthony.
And who's putting the pad data in?
That would be Derek.
Derek puts it in.
And he wants to shoot himself.
Oh, is it a pain in the ass, Derek?
It's a
Why?
huge
Shouldn't
pain
it
in the
just
ass.
be keying in something like on a keyboard?
You would think, Anthony, but this day and age,
is it like
nothing's easy in
texting on a
radio.
phone type thing or something?
You would think, but nothing is easy in radio these days.
What is involved without going deeply into it? I'm just curious as to, shouldn't it just be a computer keyboard?
By the way, this took a year for us to figure out.
Right.
A year. It seems like such a simple concept, but according to Dirk and everyone involved with this project, it's a nightmare.
What's the input interface?
It's this big fucking screen that takes up half my computer monitor
Look at Ben just
for
laughing.
2 lines, and you can't put in the same information twice, or else the radios won't recognize it, so it won't change it. So you have to change it just slightly every time you enter in new information. And it is just...
Or you have to blatantly change it.
Yes. And it's an absolute pain in the ass.
Why don't we just call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Chapter 1.
Why don't we just count?
Chapter 2.
I have no problem doing that. That makes it a lot
Epilogue.
easier.
That's what I told him. I said just.
But I have to change the artist, though. I have to change Opie and Anthony, though. I can't just change the title. I have to change the artist, too.
Wait, you're kidding me. If you don't change Opie and so what do you put in? O&A?
Yeah, I have to change it to O&A Live and then switch it back to Opie and Anthony, or else it doesn't recognize it.
They have
What
made
happens on
things
2 for
way
Tuesday?
Too complicated.
I don't know.
Like, what happens on 2 for Tuesday if they're playing like a band back to back? They do Creedence and then CCR. I bet
guess. I just don't know. It's an absolute pain in the ass. So
All right. Thank you, Derek.
Well, thank God it's there now.
There's a lot of people appreciating what you do, though, because now they can navigate around the show when they record this damn thing. Warman, what's up?
Hey, I got some ball chomping bees for you guys.
Yeah, what kind?
Honeybees.
Are they Africanized?
They could be. They're a little black.
Killer bees, Opie.
Yeah, I think we need big old bumblebees.
Well,
even creepier than the wasp, I think. No, the wasp is probably the creepiest. Yellow jackets are.
I'd love to listen, but I'm just watching a poor gentleman get beaten by police officers again.
Oh, they got that from yesterday?
Oh, this video is something. Oh, they're just stomping him.
Did cops cross the line? What do you think?
No.
What about this guy running away because then he realized that there was a helicopter filming the whole thing?
I don't know what that gentleman was doing to warrant a beating like that, but it must have been something awful.
If you run, and you're a hit-and-run guy and you run, you're going to get a beating. Good for you.
Good for you.
All right, can we get back to Warman? Warman!
You know why I don't get beaten by the police?
Why?
Because when I get pulled over, I hold my hand out the window and I say, look at this alabaster skin.
Warman, how are we going to get your bees for this Super Bowl thing?
Well, I'm right in Jersey, and we
It's
can get them. That's what we do. We sell bugs, and so I can just ship them over to you, and they're guaranteed to bite balls.
Guaranteed.
Wait, you could ship them over?
Oh, yeah.
How do you ship bees, sir?
I'll put them in a little canister, and I'll put some air holes in there and some honey, and I'll ship them.
But, sir, we need bees to show up immediately. We can't even wait till tomorrow or Thursday. We want bees before we get off the air today.
Well, we don't want them dying on us.
They won't die, right?
I don't know. Who knows how to keep them?
Well, they might die, if they're just sitting in a jar for a couple days. But if we ship them with a little food, they'll get to you.
Put them in an envelope, like a shipping envelope.
Okay.
All right, hold on a minute.
Do not fold, spindle, or mutilate.
Yes. And put some, bread in there for the bee to eat. A little water in the envelope.
They like balls.
All right, cool. Hold on one
minute. We got your joke. 3 fucking
Yeah,
times
exactly.
with the ball eating, sir. Right.
Guaranteed to love balls.
Hey, they like the balls. Hey, the balls.
Trying to sell these things.
We got you.
You got to work for our laughs, sir. We're not just going to laugh because you.
We didn't
attempted
acknowledge it.
something.
Yeah, the first time or the second time.
Well, we have roach licking balls for Jimmy.
What?
Oh, wait, that was actually not bad if you hear what he says. Go ahead.
We have ball licking roaches.
No. What did you say?
Go ahead, hit the car crash.
No, dude. Say what you said, because the line you had was funny, but he didn't hear it, and then you stepped on it.
Shut up, Jimmy.
No, it's a good line. Go ahead.
I have hissing roaches that'll lick your balls.
He said roach licking balls. That's what you said. You have roach licking balls, you freak.
That's
Your balls lick roaches.
That's what I do in the privacy of my own home.
All right, Warman, we're getting you on hold here,
Cool.
and
I just wanted him to repeat that bomb 3 times.
and we want you to send us some bees immediately.
I don't think he will.
This
I don't have
guy
faith.
got paid $5 to sit through the Pink Panther preview. By the way, our goal today is to change subject so fast that Derek's head explodes. Now
Change
we're
it
back to Pink
slightly.
Panther.
That's right. Put in Pink Panther 2 and that little Gillette thing.
All right, Dan, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
Hey, welcome back, Jimmy. Happy birthday.
Thanks a lot for welcoming me back, but it's not my birthday until July. But thank you.
No problem.
Don't you read the fan sites? The birthday bit is over,
That's
sir.
right. I ended it.
Sorry. I'm
That's all
sorry.
right.
I live out in Cherry Hill, and I was at the Cherry Hill Mall about a year ago, and some lady came up to me and was like, would you like to do a survey? I was like, sure. She's like, we'll pay you $5 to watch this preview of a Pink Panther movie. I was like, all right. It was horrible. Just completely horrible.
Wow. They actually, that's been on the shelf for a while now, that movie. They did make that a couple years ago, I think.
Well, it was on, I know they made it about a year and a half ago, 2 years, and they just put it out, and they asked me about a couple other movies, like The Honeymooners, Dukes of Hazzard. I was like, why are they coming out with all these stupid...
Crap.
Three bombs in a row.
All remakes, too, by the way, what he just said.
Yeah.
3 bombs.
Is that what it says in the movie poster?
Get a clue.
This is why fucking Hollywood should be firebombed. The movie poster, as you know, is smug jizzbag looking one way with the fucking Pink Panther shadow behind him.
Uh-huh.
And the top says, get a clue. But no, it doesn't. It says, get a clue!
Oh, right. There's an exclamation point behind clue.
Get a clue.
Get a clue. And he's leaving Pink Panther footprints. Look at that.
All right.
There should be brown footprints from the fucking shit he stepped in and still have a career after doing these fucking films.
Guys, we might have been a little harsh on Maya Angelou.
Oh, yeah,
really?
What happened?
We got a poem here. Let's see how it is.
All right.
Maya Angelou. Angelo?
Maya Angelou.
Angelou? Maya Angelou.
Kind of like Jell-O, but it's Gelou.
Gelou.
The horizon leans forward.
What? What?
I'm so glad we're finally calling her out on her stupid poems.
Look, I understand she's black. I understand she's a poet. That's all I understand as far as she is concerned.
Maybe we just don't get poems.
The horizon is leaning forward.
I tried that poem thing in college. I never got it.
Yeah, poetry
never got
stinks.
I write beat poetry.
Shut up, you do not.
I do.
No, you don't. Hoo-hoo.
That she looks so stupid in this commercial. Speaking of calling people out.
What, Howie's chick there?
Howie's chick is in some weird, like, commercial.
American Express
And she sits there with her hands shaking back and forth, like getting ready for the ta-da. She looks like she's a retarded girl. She looks like she's retarded. And it looks like she had to do that, 20 times to get it right.
My vagina?
Oh,
that's
Howie's
girl.
daughter. All right, anyway. We're so distracted today. Here's
now the horizon leans forward.
The horizon leans forward.
That could be compelling. It's one line.
All right. I'm thinking.
All right, let's see how she
the horizon
matches
leans forward. What, to meet you?
Maybe.
Are you going toward the horizon?
Maybe when you look at the horizon.
Yeah.
And the sky is coming towards you. Maybe it looks like it's leaning forward.
All right.
It could be.
That stinks.
But no, that's what I'm saying.
All right. Maybe we need more of a
hamburger.
The horizon leans forward, offering you space to place new steps of change.
Okay. It's offering a space
to place. That rhymes.
Place.
New steps of
forgot
change.
already.
The horizon leans forward.
Forward.
Offering you new shit. Place.
You can't even remember
new
it.
Space and place.
See, when they rhyme, hickory dickory dock, you know what's next.
Exactly.
This chick was sucking my cock.
Who's not?
Oh, the horizon leans forward to greet us with this chick, and I got my tongue in her ass. Maya Angelou. I fucked her.
No, you didn't, because you're Andrew Dice Gay, remember?
I changed.
Oh, you changed back?
I'm Andrew Dice Jiggy Lover.
But I like you when you're Andrew Dice Gay, and I'm sure you went to Brokeback Mountain.
The horizon leans forward like some broad sucking my cock. Oh!
Actually, you're Angelo... What? Angelo... No, Angelo...
Angelou Dice Gay. Angelou Dice Gay.
Dice Gay, that makes it...
The horizon leans forward like Bareback Mountain. Or the Brokeback, what's it called?
Brokeback
I
Mountain.
forget. The blood rushed from my head to my cock that's in the man's ass as he leans forward, taking my manhood. Oh! All day long. All day long. Which way? Which way?
You bet.
Up the ass. Stupid.
Can we get back to Maya Angelou?
Angelou Dice Gay.
The horizon leans forward, offering you space to place new steps of change. Here, on the pulse of this fine day, you may have the courage to look up and out and upon me, the rock, the river, the tree, your country, no less to Midas than the mendicant, no less to you now than the mastodon then. Here, on the pulse of this new day, you may have the grace to look up and out and into your sister's eyes and into your brother's face, your country, and say simply, very simply, with hope, good morning.
What the fuck does that even mean?
It means that, like, when you wake up and you're looking at the horizon leaning forward, you have to remember that there's a rock and a tree.
There's a fucking mastodon in that poem.
Because
a mastodon.
It was about having pets, and if you have a pet mastodon, you have to put it on a leash so it doesn't stomp.
The mastodon, which Fred Flintstone used as a lawn mower, cuts the grass if you have the courage to look upon.
You misunderstood it. She was calling someone mastodon. Jesus. She was a slave on the Andy Griffith Show.
Well, you want to wash my dishes? Okay, mastodon. Well, gotta get down to see Ange. Now this is Mastodon talking. Mastodon. Would you like your room cleaned today? Yeah, I would. Oh, Christ. That's horrible.
It really is awful.
What did it mean? What the hell did that poem mean? Courage to look upon the rocks and the river. What courage that the horizon's coming at you? There's a mastodon.
She has a good reading voice.
From
though.
then,
it's horseshit.
She can just sit there and write words that mean nothing, and people look upon it as genius. That is one of those poems that mean nothing. She is what they call bamboozling everybody.
The opening line is good, though. Like the way she reads it.
No, it's not.
The horizon leans forward.
Well, we have Maya Angelou poems that are being printed out. For Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh, great! Can't wait to hear him do those.
All right.
Yeah, I'm in love with a cowboy. It just happened. I'm not gay or nothing. We was up on Brokeback Mountain, and he took me in the tent and said, "Hey, the horizon comes towards you. And like the mastodon, you gotta fuck." His ass was as hairy as a mastodon. So I licked it a little, and then I stuck my cock in. Oh, the end.
Is that the song from Brokeback Mountain?
Yeah.
Of course it is.
It's going to win the Oscar,
award-winning.
Good song.
Stinks.
Hit this for Andrew Dice Gay.
Stinks.
Little song for you, Andrew Dice Gay.
Ooh. Oh, yes.
Little Bon Jovi for you.
Nice 20-minute intro. God, this song was huge. How many times did you play this, Opie? 1,000. Rock radio.
Young Guns, right? Young Guns 2.
I don't know. Just on the radio.
It was just on the radio.
Wasn't that a theme song from one of those two movies?
Probably. Who knows? All right, we'll take a break. Oh, wait. Chuck in Philly. Chuck, what's up? Chuck.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Turn down your radio if you call the show,
Yeah,
please. Help us out.
Outside. I'm at the shop. How you doing?
All right.
I got stung in the left fucking nut by a hornet.
And?
I went right down like a sack of shit. Then I had to go home and have my mom get the stinger out. Loads of fun.
Did your ball bag blow up?
Oh, yeah. For about 2 days it was swelled up.
Well,
I got a little brown dot there still to this day, a little remembrance.
Here's the deal. Super Bowl goes down this Thursday. We got 2 guys coming in, and the question is, will they take the ultimate challenge?
If they're smart, they won't.
Well, we got to find the bees still, but will they take the ultimate challenge? All right, Chuck, thank you.
Thanks, bro.
Oh, all right. I get this one.
What?
This one ain't too hard to figure out.
Well, this was...
I know why a caged bird sings.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's talking about a free bird.
Do you know why it runs from the police?
See, it talks about a free bird, which is able to, fly and get the sun's rays and just do what he wants. He's a free bird. But then it talks about the caged bird. Wings are clipped, feet tied, so it opens its throat to sing.
So that's why they're
free bird thinks of another breeze, and the trade winds soft through the singing trees, and the fat worms waiting on a dawn-bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. But a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams. His shadow shouts on a nightmare scream. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing.
Get over it. All our wings are clipped.
Yeah, we're all in a cage here in one way or another.
Cage.
Master Don has the key.
All right.
Otis the drunk is in the cage. He was white.
That's a good poem, though. This is a good poem.
Yeah, at least this one, I understand what it means.
This is a good poem.
It's written well.
Yeah.
I'll give her that one. The one she just whipped up.
The horizon leans
forward. No, it doesn't. It can't. Shut up.
That's right.
And still I rise. That's one of her big ones, too. This is like a hit for her. She gets all...
that's her Stairway to Heaven?
Yeah, this is like her Stairway.
Yeah.
But still, like dust, I'll rise.
All right, we can't deal with
her. And then she goes, still I rise. And by the end, she's like, still I rise. They're all freaking out about it.
Yeah, get a hold of yourself.
All right, rise.
Rise already.
Rise and leave. Your poetry stinks.
Why don't we take a quick break? Let's get some Starbucks coffee. And we'll continue with lots of great stuff today.
The Master Opie speaks.
No, it's just done. Nathaniel came up with something pretty cool for the show today. You know that dumb...
Is it cool or is it fantastic?
I think it might be fantastic. You know that new show, Courting Alex, on CBS? He discovered that the show is so god-awful and the comedy is so awful that he got examples of how bad this sitcom is.
Oh, wow. A lot of people can pick on a show, but a few people actually come up with examples.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Could be fantastic. We'll find out next.
Say?
We'll go to break with another Emily Stern remix, okay?
Mm-hmm.
My vagina. Come a little closer, I'll be a hug. Close enough to look in my eyes, Sharona. Keeping it a mystery. Kissing me, running down the length of my thighs, Sharona. Never gonna stop, give it up. Such a dirty mind, I always get it up. For the touch of the younger kind. My vagina. My vagina. Wanna go for a ride? Oh, yeah.
The hell is that?
Might as well ask Steve.
Some kind of sick porno.
Let's play Guess the Sound, everybody.
Yeah.
It's our new bit on the Opie and Anthony program, Guess the Sound. This is a staple in regular radio, so we should start doing that as well. If you turn down the music, we're going to play Guess the Sound.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I almost wanted. I'm horrified at the prospect of what that could be.
That's me after watching the Pink Panther trailer.
Is it an outtake from Brokeback Mountain?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, that is definitely a man giving oral to another man who shoots in his mouth. Now, whether it's in prison or... Listen, you don't think it sounds like that?
Jesus, good ears.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
No, it sounds like someone puking. That's not a guy giving head, I don't think.
What's with that? There's like head sounds in there.
See, I know what it is if you guys want to bet. That's what you say it is, Ant? We're trying to get a betting show together, by the way, with Bodog.net.
Yeah.
Can we hear that one more time? Because I think I know what it is.
All right, we're going to have people guess on the phones.
Oh, yeah.
I know what it is.
What is it, Jimmy?
It's a man with Down syndrome being raped while he's drowning.
It could be.
See?
Oh, yeah.
He's trying to yell, "Help, what have I done?"
Well, let's go to Shane. Shane, guess the sound.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. You got to talk like this if you're going to play Guess the Sound.
Play and guess the sound this morning.
Happy birthday, little Jimmy.
That bit is over, sir.
All right, that sound is the tranny throwing up in the corner while Jimmy whacks off.
Tranny throwing up in a corner while Jimmy whacks off.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Hold on. I need my game show sounds. I should have been ready here. Hold on.
I think we got a fucking laugh out of that one.
Nothing.
Nothing.
You stink. The horizon tilts away from you. As did any humor.
Thanks for playing Guess the Sound. Let's go to Nick in Cleveland. Nick, guess the sound.
Guess the sound.
Oh.
That would be Steve deep-throating cock with perfect diction, I might add.
Perfect diction. Steve.
Oh, yeah.
Grr. Well, I did hear Steve there, but I don't think that was him in the clip.
By the way, can someone get the answer for me? I sort of have the answer, but I need, more details. Let's just put it that way. All right, let's go to Jeff in New Jersey. Jeff, guess the sound.
All right, guys, it's a black chick choking on a white man's cock.
Black chick choking on a white chick. What?
A black chick choking on a white man's cock.
Is that really correct?
That's exactly what it is.
Wow.
Ding, ding, ding.
Why does it have to be a black chick?
It sounded that way.
It sounds like a black chick.
Yeah.
Sounds like a man.
He probably just saw the same website that I saw yesterday.
Oh, is that it?
Oh, really? Oh, you came up with this, Danny?
Yeah, I found it. I thought it was the audio was making me laugh all day, so I pulled it for you.
All right, a new bit. Write this down. We want to start playing Guess the Sound.
Have a great day, guys.
We're going to start playing Guess the Sound, everybody. But why? You would think it would be a black cock and a white chick. You're trying to tell me that's a white cock, black chick?
Yeah, it's from a website called Ghetto Gaggers.
All right.
I thought it was about pranks.
Could you guys put together a little Guess the Sound game for us in the coming days? All right, here's the answer. So it's a white guy, black girl. Black girl taking the taking the cock.
Oh, yeah.
That is a black chick making that blah sound?
Yeah, it is. And it is a chick. I checked, because at first I thought it might, You know, because just by listening
Tranny?
to it kind of sounds like it could be a dude, but it's definitely
certainly sounds like a
I saw
dude.
Vag. All right. We're going to play Guess the
saw
Sound.
Vag.
Hopefully by Friday, you guys should be able to put this together.
I want to
Guess
play
the
now.
Sound.
So do I, Jimmy.
Opie.
So do I. All right.
I want to play now.
There you go. There's that.
Fantastic.
Oh, motherfucker!
Yeah.
Sounded like Tom Sizemore.
Oh, wait. Someone else wants to play Guess the Sound. Let's go to Rev. Rev?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hold on. Let me cue up the sound again.
All right.
Because Rev wants to guess the sound. All right, Rev.
Is that Bubba signing his contract with Howard?
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I like
Oh,
it hot.
God.
What a ghetto gagger she is.
She is really hot, too.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
She's a ghetto gagger.
Ghetto gaggers.
Fucking
That's
love it.
wonderful.
We work with some sick fucks, I gotta tell you.
I heard some of that Bubba audio. I've never heard his show. I got to tell you, man, I like the fact that he talks in his real voice.
Yeah, we really don't have any respect for anybody that doesn't use their own voices on the radio.
I just, I was listening to Lycus when I was in L.A. It's fucking, what an unlistenable douchebag he is.
Unlistenable.
And time will prove
Lycus.
that. Time will definitely prove that. All right. John Montone. What's going on with John Montone? Anthony?
Well, I was driving in this morning and I heard a story. John Montone does a story every day. He's one of these guys on the local news station here, radio station in New York, that I don't think gets the respect of the other reporters.
Well, he usually does the feel-good stories. That's the problem. And
Usually feel good.
And then they have him do hard-hitting news every once in a while. It's like, no, I
can't take it seriously.
I can't take it seriously. You were talking about how people are licking ice cream cones in Coney Island because it's 100 degrees.
And he only does the serious story, and you know they were sending him out for the goof story, but he was the closest guy to the serious story.
Right.
So they sent him there.
Right.
And he just does like one story a day. The whole day, he will just reiterate the same story.
What a great job
over
to have.
and over
Can you
again.
imagine that's all? That's all you have to do every day?
When it snows, he's the guy they send out to talk to the sand truck drivers. So, how is it this morning? Well, we're putting sand out there, trying to keep the ice off the roads. Trying to keep the ice off the roads. I'm John Montone. That's it. He repeats what they say at the end. I'm John Montone.
Right.
He's done. Done for the day.
Hold on, I got to go to O-Town real fast.
O-Town?
Bring it on, brother.
That's tough.
What's up, Opie? Anthony, I'm in the room. I want to take a guess on that sound.
Yeah, we're going to continue to play Guess the Sound,
Even
by
though
the
we know
way.
what it is.
Even though we know what it is, right?
sound
Yeah.
Was Ben Sparks dry heaving out of his asshole after a sushi attack?
Oh.
Wow.
It could be.
Well, let's take a listen.
Oh, yeah.
That is such a manly, robust,
Thanks, sir.
with gusto gag. Blah.
All right, so John Montone.
Yeah, he was doing a story, and this morning I heard him, and he was doing it on apparently a big scandal at Madison Square Garden here in New York City.
Well, you got Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, we got
accused
that.
of sexual harassment.
That
I guess.
sexual harassment thing, but now there's a whole new one with the
with some old skater or something.
The Rangers. Some people in the business end of the Rangers. A professional golfer.
Oh, the former Rangers city skater.
Yeah, she is accusing people of sexual harassment. Apparently, it was at a party, and some comments were being thrown around.
Yeah.
She wasn't touched or anything.
She's claiming that the people in charge ordered skaters to stuff their bras and lose weight.
Good. What do you think you're out there for? Your skating ability? You're out there to look hot. That's your fucking job.
You're out there to show your ass.
Oh, these broads don't get it.
You fucking twat. You never sued a guy for taking you out because you had nice tits and a great ass?
Hey, there you go.
You ever sue a guy for spending too much money on a date because you're attractive? Fucking idiots.
They don't understand.
Here's the story.
Stuff your bra, Flatzo.
Wins John Montone has the story from there this morning. John?
Holy crap, how about a little excitement?
It's very early. The delivery is a little more subdued at 5 in the
How
morning.
about a little excitement? You're
And
trying to get
now-
people to work.
The haunting sounds of John Montone and his story of sexual harassment at Madison Square Garden.
What was the...
We take you now to the imaginary ballroom.
Who was the flute player? Zamfir?
Pan flute.
or whatever?
No, Zamfir, you're right.
Zamfir.
Zamfir.
Zamfir, master of the pan flute.
Hold on,
will
we
play the theme.
Hold on, we got a first timer.
Oh,
first timer, Stacy.
Yeah.
What's
Hi,
up?
Stacy.
Nothing. I want to say what I think that sound is.
Okay.
I think it's a queeb.
What is that?
Oh, come on. You know what a queeb is.
I hear someone
A
doing
pussy
Zamfir in
fart.
the background. I think it's me.
Hold on.
The delay.
wait, what's the sound, sweetheart? We didn't hear you because of the noise in the background.
I think it's a queeb.
A queeb.
Yeah.
Now we'll hear it again.
Yeah, turn down your radio, Stacy.
Can you turn down the radio, please?
Yeah, I did.
What's a queeb?
You cunt.
A queeb. A pussy fart. A queeb.
Queeb.
Yes. Must be a girl thing.
Is that what they call it in
what is it
Ohio?
really called?
Queef.
Yeah.
A queef, right.
It's
Thank
not
you.
a queeb, you dope.
We call it a queef.
No, we call it a queeb.
No, you
trust
don't.
me.
He was the fucking
Jimmy.
captain of the fucking cane mutiny. Stupid.
Captain Queeb. Strawberries. How many portions did you have?
I knew there was a key somewhere in her,
There was
her
an extra
burping
key.
vagina.
They made a key. Captain Queeb. They called me Old Yellowstain.
Old Yellowstain. They sang songs
Because
about
I used to queeb in my underwear.
All right, Stacy.
That's right. Hope Fred McMurray teabags you, stupid.
I never queebed and blew up that target.
She's wrecking our Guess the Sound bit.
Stinks.
I never cut the cable.
Queeb. Dope.
Shane and Rockland, Guess the Sound.
That is the sound of Bonnie after the first time she saw Rich Paulson naked. Good, Irene.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Well, you know what it is? While she's doing that, you can hear him kissing Jay Moore's ass. You can hear that. Mwah, mwah, mwah. That sound is. She's getting sick that her husband is groveling like that.
All right, let's get back to John Montone.
1010 Wins John Montone has the story from there this morning. John?
After the action on the ice, Rangers executives apparently tried to get some action for themselves. Former Rangers City skater Courtney Prince, who's filed a sexual harassment suit against the Garden, tells the Daily News one Madison Square Garden executive with an inquiring mind wanted to know which one is loose. Prince claims there was dirty talk, that a Rangers official and a New York Times reporter suggested a threesome, and at one Garden party gone wild, a pro golfer in an obvious state of arousal rubbed against her. John Montone, 10-10
That means
wins.
it's got to be one of the black
Montone.
golfers.
The mind, like he's so, like he doesn't have a mind. I'm using this term very loosely. That's a part. I am sure there have been, hey, I'm sure we've been to Wins parties. We were at a 10-10 Wins party. They like to booze it up a little bit. We had some fun. I heard some dirty talk.
And then things happen.
Sure.
Things happen at the office parties, right?
That's what happens. They're at a party. There's some of these skater cheerleader chicks around. They're there just to look good. That's their job. Look fucking good. Don't talk. Look good. And the guys start talking. Hey, look at that one. Nice ass, nice tits, nice whatever. Hey, New York Times reporter. What do you say? We fucking put her on the rotisserie. Play cards on her back. It's the threesome remark. There you go. Now it's sexual harassment.
No, harassment.
Harassment, as he said.
Harassment.
Sexual harassment. A golfer in an obvious state of arousal. That's nice. Who could that be? A professional golfer?
I said it's got to be a black golfer.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
You know who it wasn't?
Who?
Payne Stewart.
Well, he was stiff.
Jesus.
A golfer asleep at a frozen window.
All right, let's go to BCH from Whackbag. He wants to play Guess the Sound, everybody. BCH, what's up?
Mrs. Soundboard Dugout Doug. Listen, I think that sound is, that's Jeremy Coleman when he should have been getting Jimmy his raise.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, or any night of the week.
Yes.
Another golfer getting another frigid response. Can't let it go.
Is he a complicated man, or is he plain?
Well, obvious state of arousal.
We'll see what happens with this fine story.
Yeah, it's just another one of these women that are going to claim she was harassed and try to cash in.
And it must be true because she has a serious picture on the front page of the news today.
It's your job.
Madison Square Garden is a den of sexual harassment, according to the former Rangers city skater who is suing the world's most famous arena. And
World's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. Obvious state of arousal. Try to have threesome. Me champion. WWF champion. Butt sex champion.
God damn, now we gotta play that.
I love that.
And heaven help the woman who complains about it.
Yeah.
Courtney Prince, once the captain of the Rangers cheerleading squad.
Ooh, captain.
The NHL's version of Knicks City Dancers says she is hardly surprised that former Knicks executives Anuka Brown Sanders filed a lawsuit last week accusing Knicks president Isaiah Thomas and MSG of sexual harassment and discrimination. In court papers and in her first extended interview about her own sexual harassment lawsuit against the Garden, Prince told the Daily News yesterday that Garden bosses made arrangements for the skaters to have drinks with the bosses and guests at bars near the Garden as part of their job requirements.
Oh, yeah. It was a requirement. They couldn't say no.
You know what? You know what kind of job she had? The Islanders actually started this new phenomenon, and now all the teams in the NHL are doing this. Remember the old days? You go to a hockey game, and you get the old guy coming out with the pail and shovel. He has no skates on.
To the organ music?
No, during timeouts to know clean up the goal area and stuff, the ice shavings. And he would be all awkward and holding on to the boards, and he would walk off the ice, right?
Yep.
They replaced that guy with hot pieces of asses in tiny little outfits.
Nice idea.
And then they bend down with the big shovel without bending their knees, and the crowd goes nuts. That's their whole job, is to look hot, and
show their
sexy,
ass,
and show their asses, and wear really tiny outfits. That is the job.
But I don't want them to look at me for that.
And she's trying to claim it was something else than that. It wasn't.
You know what it is? As a woman, it's got to be embarrassing when you realize what you do is you make your living with your cunt. That's what you do for a living.
That's it.
That's your job, stupid.
So that was part of the job requirements. The bosses repeatedly...
You know what the job requirement was, by the way? You could tell the way these are worded, that they were forced to go to these things. It's probably some type of appearance that they have to make with sponsors and things like that. We need you girls to show up at this venue. There's a big sales thing going on, and part of your job is to show up off venue for appearances.
Right.
And they make it sound like these bosses are there. Hey, you're going to meet me down at the corner gin mill at 8 o'clock tonight. Be there or you're fired. Absolutely not.
The bosses repeatedly asked who's loose and which is the wild one. One boss told Prince, who do you want to perform oral sex on?
All right.
And who to have sex with from behind.
Well, these are all valid questions.
Absolutely. At least he's humble enough to admit he doesn't know the answer.
Now, who is being asked this? They said amongst the employees. It didn't sound like the girls were being asked. It sounded like a lot of times management was asked which one is the loose one.
The bosses repeatedly asked probably this ex-Ranger City skater.
Really?
Ranger
is that what it is?
Probably.
And I'm
imagine
sure
if we were asking the same
chuckled.
questions around here.
Yeah, hey.
Hey,
which one's loose?
Anthony, who do you think's loose?
I think Travis.
I'm going to go with...
A little loose.
I'm going to go with Travis, too. Who do you think is the wild one?
That's why there are no broads around this place.
That's a perfect example why there's no broads.
It would only
on the Opie and
end
Anthony
in
program.
a horror. We had an effeminate guy in here, and we almost got in trouble. Jesus Christ!
Did we?
Unbelievable. No faggots and no girls.
Oh, is it the faggot whose daddy was going to sue because he didn't treat his son right?
Oh, there was all kinds of problems with that one. Just because we hinted about some people's sexuality.
And there's number 3, by the way, because they've been trying to figure that out for a while on Whackbag.
There it is, people.
See, your questions are always answered if you listen to this program long enough. Ignored her complaints that a guest of the Garden, professional golfer, came up behind me and rubbed his sexually aroused body against her at a celebration at a bar. That's why you got to get satellite radio. We're preaching to the choir, obviously.
Yeah.
But John Montone basically could only go as far as to say somebody that was obviously aroused did some things.
Some things.
Well, we know what the things were. He rubbed his hard cock against her at a celebration at a bar.
In an obvious state of arousal. Hard cock.
And then, ordered skaters to stuff their bras and lose weight. Purchased alcohol for skaters who were underage.
What?
What a fucking tattletale.
Wasn't that number 1?
This is...
What a snitch.
Boy, they've done everything we've done here.
Shut up.
Shit.
Let's see. I'm just reading. Came up to me and started grinding against me. I squealed and ran off.
Ew. Way to handle it like an adult. I made a pig noise and ran in a circle. Did you?
All right, so there are troubles at the Garden.
Yeah, troubles a brewing.
That's why you can't hang out with chicks. I mean, look.
Nope.
You can't.
Nothing but trouble. You get in trouble. Can't do that. Can't have girls in certain workplaces.
That's right.
They ream it.
Just stuff your bra and shut it. Nobody wants to talk to you. Just want to look at your tits. That's why a lot of girls don't listen to your show. Good.
They've been listening.
I'm just saying, that's the emails I get from chicks.
They're coming aboard.
Yeah, and I'm sure they are slowly being dragged up by their fucking pigtails by their boyfriends.
It's usually a difficult thing for the boyfriend at first. Girls don't like it, and then they come around.
Yeah. Nice guys.
Well, let's get a woman's opinion here. Sue in Montclair.
How are you guys?
All right.
Well, listen, first of all, I was not dragged by my pigtails to listen to you guys.
No?
I brought my husband.
Yeah, Jimmy.
All right, Sue. I apologize.
Jimmy.
All right, I apologize.
Besides, you know what? From another woman's perspective, it's crap. Some of these women are overrating themselves. There's absolutely nothing wrong with making your living but through your body.
Do you?
No.
Oh. I agree, though.
If I was, 15 years younger, maybe.
Are you heavy?
No.
Oh.
I'm just married and with kids.
Okay.
But there's nothing wrong with it, and I don't understand why so many women are afraid to be sexually... I don't understand why so many women are afraid of sexuality.
I don't know if you...
True.
It's not about being afraid of the sexual harassment. It's about cash. It's about cash. This woman's trying to cash in.
Take the job. If you're going to take the job, then work it and make the money and just shut your mouth.
All right.
Sorry.
Oh, that woman got a mouth like an outboard motor all the time. Put, 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 put,
The good old days. I'm trying to get away with a cartoon like that today.
Yeah. Let's
that woman.
Like an outboard motor.
Let's get Nathaniel in here.
Get her in here.
Fan.
He's fantastic.
He's fantastic. When he puts those 2 thumbs up, you just feel good. You know things are going well.
To sum up that story, by the way, there's a lot of women out there that take these jobs and they just think it's something than it is. It's something more than what it is.
It isn't.
You're there to bend over without bending your knees so everyone can take a look at your ass.
You got the job because you look good. You're not fat. and you look good in the cheerleader uniform, and guys have a fantasy of having sex with you.
Exactly.
That is what your job description is. If the boss tells you you have to lose weight, it is because you are hired to look good. And fat cheerleaders don't look good.
Fat anything doesn't look good.
Right.
Unless it's a wallet. If you're not a wallet and you're fat, you should be shot.
Yeah. All right. Let's, before we move on, hold on. Just clearing some phone lines. By the way, sometimes I just hang up on you guys because we got to clear phone lines. Don't take it seriously. We don't have time to get you back on the line and say, sorry, we're not going to take your call. We just blow you off. Steve came up with this for Super Bowl, which is happening this Thursday.
This Thursday, will one man have the balls to take the ultimate challenge? Super Bowl.
Nice.
Oh, that's ominous.
I like that.
Super Bowl.
This is starting to sound like a real show.
Yes. With real sounds. Is this all they're going to do, though? They're not. They're still going to run through all the preliminary.
Oh yeah. This is
things.
just the ultimate. Let's hear it again.
This Thursday, will one man have the balls to take the ultimate challenge? Super Bowl.
Oh, I listened again, and it kind of sounds like Just the Bees.
Well, that's the ultimate challenge.
That is the ultimate. But it says nothing about.
I guess
there's a lead up.
All right, I guess you're right.
Thought I missed something, but obviously I didn't.
Well, that was just to stress the ultimate challenge.
That's the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's other ones.
We need the help of the O&A Pest. Spread the word. Opie and Anthony doing something that has never been done on radio before. This coming Thursday.
By the way, I think if you've had testicular cancer and you only have one, you have an advantage because you have all that bag on one side. So your skin's a little tougher there.
It's still going to hang there.
Biker in France. I'm just saying, if you happen to have one ball, you have all that skin to spare. Why don't you pop on by?
Half a nutsack face.
Some girlfriend can play a song in the other room while your balls are stung by a fucking bee. Enough of those two. Stupid power couple.
Luana. Might piss off a lot of people today.
Luana?
Why?
Luana, North Carolina. How are you?
Good. How are y'all today?
All right.
Listen, those girls were fine when they were cute and pretty, but as soon as somebody said, hey, you're getting a little fat and you're kind of flat-chested, then all of a sudden it's, I'm going to sue for sexual harassment.
Yep.
Yeah, because they know their replacement is waiting in the wings.
Oh, hell yeah.
So instead of just getting the boot, taking your severance and walking away, you sue.
Oh, yeah. They ain't got no dicks. They suck.
That's right.
Potty
Girls
mouth
do not
on
have
Luana.
dicks. All right, Luana, thank you.
Y'all take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, we got an answer to Steve's promo. Hold on a minute. Let's play the, it's called a stinger in the business.
Oh, wow, coincidentally.
Here's an Opie and Anthony stinger.
This Thursday, will one man have the balls to take the ultimate challenge? Super Bowl.
We have one of the contestants on the line. His name is Raphael. He's not Puerto Rican. He's from Connecticut. Raphael, your answer.
Yes.
Yes.
I will take the bee sting to the sack. I will do it.
You are Puerto Rican.
He's not Puerto
He's
Rican.
Italian.
No such thing as an Italian named Raphael.
From the CT. Look out.
You will take a bee sting to the junk.
Yes.
This Thursday.
To the sack. As long as it's not in my actual nut, I'm all for it.
I guess you have to just stuff your nuts in the jar.
Maybe rub some honey on them.
I don't think the stinger would get into your testy.
I don't know
sir.
about that.
I think it would just penetrate the surface of the sack. Yeah, I think it would. I don't think it would reach the ball. You know how thick and rugged scrotum skin is?
Not at all.
You ever try to bite through any? It's really difficult.
You gotta put it back there in your molars. Chew it like bubble gum. Like Big League Chew.
Just a pinch between your cheek and gum.
Raphael says yes. Let's see if Matt says yes. Thank you, Raphael. We'll see you Thursday.
Yes, we
Take
will.
care of your PR.
What are you bringing in for Super Bowl?
One of my friends suggested an air compressor and the air gun with the nail shooter.
Wait.
Perfect.
You can't shoot a nail through your testicle.
You certainly
Or
can.
through your yam
Why
bag.
not? It's just like getting a piercing.
How big? A little Brad? Or like a 10-penny
The little Brad mailers.
finishing nail?
Finishing, yes.
I was hoping it would be one of those
Gutter
rivets.
spike?
I was hoping it was one of those rivets they used to build the Empire State Building. All right, Raphael. Raphael says yes, he will take the ultimate challenge. Thank you. There
I
you
bet
go.
you he's into CBT, that cock and ball torture some of these guys are into. Those
I
are guys
saw
that
videos
could come
of
in
that.
and laugh at that shit.
I saw a video just recently. So disturbing. It's a guy laying on his stomach. He's got his balls and dick shoved between his legs, and he's laying on his stomach on the floor. So they're just kind of sticking out.
Yeah.
And there's a woman with high heels stomping on his balls. Stomping. Not stepping, not gently poking, but stomping on his balls. And he's twitching. And I guess enjoying this.
Well, it happens when you have like a good relationship with your mother and
Yeah.
self-esteem.
That is what...
You're a kid toucher!
Yes, you are.
That must have been some upbringing.
You ever see when they do like pins in the balls? Dominatrixes do that for...
I just got that weird tingle on my taint
I've
when
seen
you said that.
photos of one guy with his cock and balls with pins sticking on both sides of his cock all the way through it, like a porcupine all the way around in
Yeah.
his balls. Yeah, they love
You
that
just
shit.
jot down the "I just got tingles in my taint" line there, Than, for a
Yes, I
future
did.
promo.
Yep.
Little bastards. These guys. They're like those kids that ran around in Nazi Germany, where some two guys are talking and I heard what you said. And they run away and tell somebody. You rat. Whole family's rats.
I think we got to start paying these guys more so they don't kill us in these promos.
Yeah.
Sure.
They're fun.
When the promos get nicer, you'll know that these guys finally got a raise.
I don't think the nice promos would be funny.
Yeah, so I guess we're not going to pay anytime soon.
Try one.
Thanks,
Try
man.
one that try one that compliments us. I bet it stinks.
Fucking E-Rock's got a website up. What? No, you went to what? Google Images? Yeah. Google Images. What you put in the old search?
E-Rock's favorites.
Huh? Ball torture. There
Ow!
you go.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh, Ooh, those are like those real industrial strength clips
Nothing.
that would cut off a gasoline hose or something.
Put in CBT pins. CBT and then space pins. I laugh at those things. There's got to be one with pins in it.
CBT, you and your friggin'
That's what they call it, cock and ball torture, you
acronyms.
goose.
Whatever it is.
Of course.
He knows them all.
Well, CBT is pretty common. What else
No,
could
it's
it be?
not.
No, it's
It
not.
is not.
Can Bill talk?
I know what GF means. That's about it.
That's right. Well, GFE is girlfriend experience.
What is he doing there? He's hanging by his balls by a rope?
I don't know.
I think a rope is tied around his balls and he's leaning backwards and hanging from his balls.
That's just
I will say there's a mistress in Arizona who I've seen videos of. She's the sexiest one ever. And I've seen her do, like, ball paddling, and I'm not into that at all. I don't want any type of... But she's so sexy, I would probably let her do a little bit of it. Not much, but a teeny bit.
You're a sick.
No, she's
sick,
really fucking hot.
Disturbed man,
No,
Jimmy Norton.
she's really, really hot.
I don't care.
And why are you looking so sporty today?
Because it was cold out.
What type of shirt is that?
Oh, this.
Why don't you show Pal Talk how sporty you
My
look?
parents
you're
always
looking
got
today.
me Van Heusen sweaters.
Van Heusen.
I took the new sticker off this today. This is from a year ago last Christmas.
Is that a Nautica? What is that?
Exactly, a Nautica.
Oh,
Nautica was
Nautica.
For a
popular
naughty boy.
Naughty boy with his Nautica.
Yes, there's an N on your zipper.
That's right.
It's very sporty.
Yes, and it's also very faggoty. The Nautica sportswear. I'll show Pal Talk. Fucking mo I look like.
There it is.
Can I see it?
All right, we wasted too much time, so now we're going to take a break before we get into what Than brought to the show today, Anthony.
Where am I?
You're there. They see you.
No,
They see you.
I think
don't
the
go over
camera
there.
froze.
Oh. No, I'm still sitting there on the camera.
Yeah, look, you're still. Look at the picture. You're still sitting there.
That's creepy.
I'm wearing a sporty Nautica.
We're going to go to a break with another Emily Stern remix. When we get back, it's what Nathaniel brought to the show today, okay?
Oh, that?
This new show called Courting Alex. It's awful.
Yes.
And you, got us some examples of comedy?
Yeah, you could call it that. Sure.
Who was in this?
This is a Jenna Elfman vehicle.
Ah.
Wasn't she on that show?
Dharma and Greg.
Yeah.
Which was so funny.
Was it a reality show or a
I didn't miss an episode of Dharma and Greg.
Did you see the one where Dharma
No,
was
I
at
didn't.
work? No, but this was going. Dharma's
No.
at work, and she had that whole thing happen, and then she talks to Greg, and they had that funny exchange.
Was there some
Yeah.
double entendre going on?
Yeah. Well, he's like, "Rrr," and she's like, oh.
I saw that. My favorite was when there was a misunderstanding, and each of them handled a situation differently because one person thought one thing was happening and the other thought the other thing was happening.
Yes. Kind of like Three's Company without the eventual breakdancing on the floor.
Holy shit. With that, we go to break with an Emily Stern remix.
Hey, Beavis, are you sure you're ready for this?
It's boner time! Papa, don't preach.
This sucks. Change it.
I'm in trouble.
We came to see naked girls.
Don't preach.
Stop! Hey, stop! Stop! Beavis, shut up. It doesn't get better than this.
I'm gonna keep my baby.
Hey, butthead. I think I might throw up. You're sad, dude.
Okay, here you go.
Rich people are dumb. What a ripoff.
On the way, we're going to play Guess the Sound. Ooh. We have a second sound to play today. But first, it's Courting Alex. Some highlights. Thanks to Than for this.
What station is this on, Than? I never heard of this.
This is on CBS.
Okay.
CBS FM.
9:30.
9:30 at night?
Yep.
This was supposed to be a huge hit for CBS, right?
Yeah.
And it's
What happened?
It's a disaster, right?
I guess so. I guess nothing could do worse than Heather Graham's.
Yeah, one show.
She's
and
a
they,
sitcom?
She did. One
She filmed a lot of them. We got to see one
show, and they canceled it.
Canceled after one show.
How does it, like, who doesn't watch until it premieres? Like, what executive says, I don't want to see it until it's on? How does that get that far if it's that bad?
Yeah, one show they gave it.
And how bad is the show that gets canceled and they still have Skating with Celebrities on?
They gave that hot dog restaurant show on Fox more than one episode. Remember that awfulness that you just knew was going to bomb? Oof.
Yeah.
My Name is Earl is funny.
I've never seen that. Is that an audience or is that not an audience?
I don't think it's an audience.
My Name is Earl is a huge hit.
Yeah, it is.
It is great.
Is it funny?
Film.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
very,
it's
very funny. Yes, yes. Unlike Courting Alex.
Yes.
So we got some
Courting
examples of the comedic stylings of whoever wrote this crap.
Yes.
All right, here's the first one. Motorcycle jokes?
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right.
Well, I gotta say, you turned out to be a pretty good motorcycle passenger.
Well, it involves two skills I'm good at, sitting and not dying.
Oh, come on, give yourself more credit than that. You lean when it turns, you put your hands over my eyes and shout, guess who?
Just that once. I got a little bored when you did that wheelie on the Williamsburg Bridge.
Oh, wow. Holy shit.
Are you kidding?
That's the show open, too. That's to grab you.
The dialogue.
That's the grab ya.
That's to get you watching.
Yep.
Oh, is that bad?
The only thing I'll say about it that's positive is the dialogue is very organic and believable.
Shut up. Shut up.
All right, well, Courting Alex, I guess they talk about the wacky British neighbor, right?
Yes, she does have a neighbor.
Oh, a wacky British neighbor.
British?
Yes.
Unlike the wacky perverted neighbor.
Please
from
be-
another sitcom.
Well, at least the wacky perverted neighbor gets to say, shut up, faggot, and go fuck yourself and things of that nature.
Here we go.
Alex, fantastic news. Julian, hello. My upstairs neighbor.
Hey.
This is Scott.
Well, this is awkward. Two people about to kiss, and I'm not one of them.
Well, I have a tavern to get back to.
Okay. See ya.
See ya.
I'm sorry if I ruined your moment there.
Oh, that's okay.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
For my sitcom, I have a wacky British neighbor too.
Uh-huh.
It's Louise Woodward. And I walk in, and there's a little blue lump in the crib.
Only took 2 days. Only took 2 days.
And I go, what is that? And she goes, that's a little less money you spend at Christmas, love.
An extra tuppence or two.
Here's
the old shilling saver.
I give him a little shook to stop the old crying. I don't know what nationality that was supposed to be.
That was awful.
I don't do accents.
All right, here we go. Jokes about donuts from Courting Alex.
Oh, that's got to be funny then. Okay.
What's your big news?
I stopped at Krispy Kreme donuts.
Why is that funny?
Why?
Was it a
Why
visual?
is that funny? What did he do?
Was it a visual?
Well, he interrupted them saying, I have news. And it's funny because his news is so trivial instead of big news.
Oh, okay. So I have news. I stopped at Krispy Kreme donuts.
And he's British and snooty.
Yes.
And to stop at such a lowly place and
Right,
consider
right.
good
It's
news
not in his character.
is the ultimate irony.
It's almost like an old lady rapping or dancing to hip-hop in a movie. I personally can't get enough of it. It is the funniest thing ever in any movie.
See, I have something like this too. It's in the show. It's in the works.
Uh-huh.
Where I play the wacky British neighbor. And it's actually, they stole this line from me, but I changed it.
Uh-huh.
You have to say what's the good news.
Okay.
I've got good news.
Oh, what's the news?
Steve Martin died of cancer.
That's good. Can't wait to see that episode. Oh, is this just horrid?
It doesn't.
Oh, yeah. Just wait. Funny.
I said hip hop, I hip it to the hip to the hip hip hop. You don't stop the rock to the bang bang boom. Say up jump the boom,
See?
the rhythm of the boogie.
How funny is it? It's an old white lady singing an old rap song.
The groove and my friends are going to try to move your feet.
Oh.
See, I am Wonder Mike, and I'd like to say hello.
This must have sold
to the black,
tens
to
of
the white,
copies.
the red
Oh.
and the brown, the purple and yellow. But first I got a bang bang. The boogie to the boogie, say up jump the boogie to the bang bang boogie. That's rock. You know,
Soccer moms probably
rock
think
the
this is
rhythm
kind of
and
funny.
make
Oh,
body
it's
rock.
so
From
funny.
so
To it.
far.
They
You've
do-
heard
they do the
Bible,
father
but I
dance
brought
in
two
Fame.
friends
They
along.
do a jazzercise to this with their friends. A little jazzercise.
Well, I'm imp, the dimp, the ladies
Oh.
pimp, the women fight for my.
Does this guy come in later and fuck the old broad in the ass? Because that would be entertaining.
And when you come inside,
You know what dance you should do? The Central Park jogger jig. You take a rock and you throw it right at the middle of a face.
Oh. There's nothing worse than the feisty old white broad being hip hop.
With the tough
like
skin.
it would ever happen. Open-minded old white broad. They're behind closed doors using the N-word more than me.
Oh, she's fun, Aunt. Don't be such a stick in the mud. She's having fun. Why should youth be wasted on the young? Because they still
That's
have
what they
prostates.
All right, let's get back to the jokes about donuts from Courting Alex. Some highlights from this fine sitcom.
What's your big news?
I stopped at Krispy Kreme donuts.
That's it?
No, that's not it. The hot light was on. Feel these things. They're practically radioactive.
Please don't ask me for details about Scott.
Oh, I'm not going to.
He's totally wrong for me. He's unpredictable, and his neck smells better than that bag of donuts.
Apparently you're hot
Oh, fucking, she's
hysterical,
great.
right?
Well, because she said, don't ask me, and then she tells him anyway.
Right.
Shut up. No, but you see, I'm like, oh, forget it. They're not going to talk about this. And the next thing you know, she's spewing her guts.
Right. That's what's funny.
Yeah.
He's totally wrong for me. He's unpredictable, and his neck smells better than that bag of donuts.
Apparently your hot light's on as well. But if you don't want to talk about it, I'm certainly not going to probe. I know you're a very private person.
Come on, probe.
Sit.
You are so easy.
The little transition music.
Yeah. Ouch. Ooh. I understand how they got that laugh, by the way. I've been to a studio and there's a sign that says, laugh or we'll make her say it again.
Moving on, here's
wow, good one.
Lying to Dad.
Oh, is this serious?
Oh, my dad. When I left work today to sneak out with Scott, I told him I was coming down with something. Hey, Dad. Sorry, my voice is all... Yeah, sure, I'll hold for him. Hey, Dad. Yeah, a little... Yeah, I know, a lot of fluids. Okay. I love you, too. Bye. Oh, I hate lying to my father. But I am good at it.
Yeah, she sure is.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing,
That
right?
was the last line. Yeah.
Apparently somebody lied to the writers. You know when it's funny to lie to your father? When you're starring in To Kill a Mockingbird. That's when it's funny. When you have Brock Peters shot for no reason.
That was an entire little segment.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be funny. We didn't miss it. It wasn't taken out of
They were
context.
going for a laugh.
It was a laugh setup thing. The phone call, the sick voice, the.
Hold on to your laughing hats. You might lose them.
All right.
The next one is undressing each other with eyes.
Yeah. All right. This could get racy.
Oh, this isn't new, Alex. Bad, Alex. Lying and sneaking behind your father's back, Alex.
I'm only sneaking around because there's nothing to tell him yet.
Oh, right. Nothing to tell. What was all that stuff in the hallway, then? You two were undressing each other with your eyes.
We're not.
Come on, you did such a thorough job of it. I could see you both naked. By the way, he has love handles.
That's a good job. I could see you. His delivery was great on that, too. Wow, the timing, the material. You just, every, 25 years a show like this comes around? I think All in the Family, just cutting-edge shows that'll probably stand the test of time.
You got to go back to shows like MASH and Cheers.
Right. Just legendary shows. The writing, the acting.
Well, the thing was that he was saying that they undressed each other with their eyes so good that he could see them naked.
But and that's ridiculous because, see, Than.
Sorry, Dan.
No, that's fine.
I got excited.
But that's what they were trying to do. See, everyone understands that. Me, you, both at the same time. Hey, that's impossible.
But the funnier part to me was when that happens, and then he goes, the guy has love handles.
Right. That brought it all together.
Yeah, he's chubby.
I love it.
It proved that he did see him without his clothes on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Love handles. Was this the first episode?
I believe it's the second.
Okay, because she says he's my neighbor. She actually introduced the wacky neighbor as the neighbor.
Yeah. The neighbor.
Really just terrible.
Hey, we got your answer about that Emily show, by the way. Why did ABC cancel Emily after one show? That was the Heather Graham project or whatever. ABC committed to the big promotional campaign before even seeing a script for the show.
Because it was Heather Graham, right? Those
right.
Dopes.
The series turned out to be a dog creatively, he indicated. Once we saw it was not launching, we felt like, unfortunately, it was not going to get better, and we had to make a change.
Couldn't just put her on roller skates and have her blow people?
Exactly.
That'd get ratings.
Could you stomp on a guy on Las Vegas Boulevard while everybody else just jerks off and yells?
Back to Courting Alex. They talk about flowers on desk.
Morning. Oh my God, I got flowers.
They're on my desk, and you assume they're for you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. They're for you.
Thank God.
I wonder who they're from.
I wasn't even going to ask. I know how much you value your privacy.
She knows.
It's not signed. It just says, had a great time.
She read it.
She's nosy.
Someone I don't know about? How am I going to help you cover it up if I don't know what you're hiding?
The feisty friend, is that who that is?
The office
Her
one?
assistant, yes.
The assistant, right. And
She's sassy.
Nosy and sassy. And
I bet you she's a little bit chubby.
She's not as attractive as Jenna Elfman.
Of course not.
I'll bet you there hasn't been a girl like that since Wendy Jo Sperber. Wow. Remember Bosom Buddies? Wendy Jo Sperber. There's a talent.
Mm-hmm. Bosom Buddies. Sad irony there.
Wait, what was the...
That's all I'll go. That's all I'll say. She's dead, you know, Wendy Jo Sperber.
Is she?
Yeah, she died.
She died.
What?
Don't ask. Weren't such buddies to her now, were they?
Oh, can you change the IES to a Y?
Oh, it's awful. All right, we got another example of great comedy from Courting Alex.
Oh, my heart.
Let's listen to this clip here.
Congratulations. You've been named to Manhattan Monthly's 10 most eligible list. A who's who of the city's most dateable professionals. I'm so excited for you.
She doesn't seem that bitter.
They are going to interview you and everything. Oh, you're going to have your pick of any man in Manhattan.
You know, I'm just thinking, okay.
You are going to have so many guys calling you. Can I have your leftovers?
Probably men aren't Chinese food. You can't just heat them up the next day.
I'll take them cold.
Holy shit.
Wow. Oh, my God. Awfulness.
Now, if she said men aren't Chinese food, it would have been very funny if the other person said, well, then how come after I eat one, I have to shit an hour later?
I made a great choice blowing off this show.
Was the guy gay or no?
The guy that backed... No, he was interested in her, so it was an awkward situation.
Right.
Yeah, of course. You need the awkward
Good
situation.
show.
Mm-hmm.
What a great bit, by the way, to get sitcom lines that are awful. Fucking
Oh.
Genius, dude. Very funny.
All right, one more clip.
Oh. This is all from one show, by the way?
Yeah, and actually also it's in the first 16 minutes of the show because
Holy shit.
I tapped out.
All this comedy is in half of one episode?
Yep.
What was the second half? Just an executive apologizing to the audience from behind a desk?
Some executive with glasses on.
All you see...
As he's packing up his shit in a box.
All you see is an arm with a gun pointing from off screen to his skull, and he's just going, I'm sorry, and then in the British accent, I'm sorry.
The Happy The Happy Homemaker Show from the Flintstones. I stink.
That's all right.
It's been taken off the air.
What did you
Okay, terrific.
That stunk.
All right, listen.
Couldn't say it twice.
Here's the final clip.
What the hell are you doing here?
Dad, Scott brought these sandwiches over as a little peace offering.
You know, for screwing up your deal?
Wasn't that nice?
Well, let's see. Sandwiches, millions of dollars. Sandwiches, millions of dollars.
You also brought pickles.
Our biggest client just fired us because that deal fell through. Thanks to this idiot.
Hey, you know what? There's no need for name calling.
This is my place of business, pal. I can call you Roberta if I want to.
I keep waiting for something funny.
That's Dabney Coleman?
And the clip
Yeah.
ends. Oh, my God, that's Dabney Coleman?
Yeah.
The fact that I recognize that voice means I should be shot.
He's talking over dentures badly. Like, is he really old now?
He's grade.
Yeah.
He's got loose mouth.
He's got that loose denture mouth or something.
Loose mouth.
I call you Roberta. Sure.
He hasn't been good since on Golden Pond.
Ah, well. You didn't know he was in that.
Dabney Coleman, yes, he played Jane Fonda's love interest.
I was thinking more of...
9 to 5?
Yeah, 9 to 5. There you go. That is a horrid show.
Who is she again?
Jenna Elfman?
The rich father. Was he rich?
Yeah.
I mean, millions of dollars. Was he doing the weighing thing with his hands?
Yes.
Like he was this giant scale?
Yes.
Sandwiches, $1 million.
I hope that's what the executives are doing when they weigh the promotional cost of this piece of shit.
Piece of shit?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I think there's more out there in terms of sitcoms.
Yeah.
You bet there are.
Wow.
You know, I ought to call that a shitcom. Just a little...
That's a good one.
I like that one, Anthony.
I didn't have confidence in it, so I thought I'd go with that delivery, where I was safe no matter what.
The Munaki delivery.
I was goofing on it. Right.
Well, you know, there may be some good sitcoms coming.
Hey, right.
Let's hope so.
You can't look at networks for the good ones.
No, you got to go to HBO.
You got to go to HBO.
Believe me, some show in America, fucking June 8th or something, those clips will be getting played. Listen to this unfunny filth.
No.
June 8th?
I'm just saying June sometime.
All right. Oscar nominations are in. Just announced.
Ooh,
Hollywood.
Why don't we-
Hollywood.
Why don't we listen in and see what it's all about today? Here
Yes.
we go. Here's the first clip.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'm Sid
Good
Ganis,
morning.
President of the Academy. And before we reveal the nominees for the 78th Annual Academy Awards, I would like to introduce my co-announcer this morning. Please welcome Oscar-winning actress Mira Sorvino.
Thank you, Sid.
Thank
Good
you.
morning, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
The 2005 nominees for Best Performance by an Actress in a Supporting Role are Amy Adams in Junebug.
Oh.
Junebug. Wow.
Catherine Keener in Capote. Frances McDormand in North Country.
North Country. Very
Rachel
good.
Weisz in The Constant Gardener.
Come on, the chick from Crash.
And Michelle Williams in Brokeback Mountain.
Brokeback
Oh,
Mountain. Yeah.
boy.
She shows a tit. That's Oscar-worthy in that movie.
I didn't see any of those movies.
That fucking black chick from Crash who played the wife of the director was
Where she gets-
fucking fantastic.
Where she gets diddled?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty
How
good.
is she not nominated for that performance? She was fucking great.
I saw Brokeback Mountain, and I saw The Constant Gardener.
Oh, why did you go see The Constant Gardener?
I saw it in a hotel. That's still in theaters section of the
Sure you
hotel
did.
room.
What they serve in the theater instead of popcorn, you can get a poodle and broth.
Well, David,
get a large robe with that.
David has something for Anthony.
Yes.
As we go into Oscar nominations here. Yes, David.
Anthony, you should be outraged. Downfall was not even mentioned.
Why wasn't Downfall nominated? That guy played a great Adolf Hitler.
Well, because this is Best Supporting Actress. So
Hey,
why
I
would
gotta
he be
punch out. I'll talk
nominated?
to you later.
All right. Let's go to the next clip. They're all short. Let's just get through this. The nominations.
And you're right, he should be nominated. He was amazing, that guy.
Yes.
He won't be.
For Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role, the nominees
Supporting
are
actor.
George Clooney in Syriana, Matt Dillon in Crash,
Oh, yeah.
Paul Giamatti in Cinderella Man,
Oh, yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal in Brokeback Mountain,
Ooh, yes.
and William Hurt in A History of Violence.
Bravo!
How the
William Hurt better win that fucker.
You think?
You see History of Violence yet?
I'm waiting for it
Best
to
movie of
come
the
out
year,
on,
I'm telling you.
the, cable.
Did you see History of Violence?
Did not. But I gotta say,
Give the nod to William Hurt. Sorry.
once again, how the fuck was the guy who played the director in Crash not nominated?
Terrence Howard?
Yes. God, was he fucking... The one the black people hate the Oscars. That guy should have been nominated. That is a disgrace.
It's a white year. They
Fuck,
alternate.
man.
Remember when we had the Halle Berry, the double header there?
Yeah.
That year.
No blacks and no retards this year.
Yeah, no retards.
I don't think so.
There wasn't a tard Oscar-worthy movie
I don't
this
think
year.
Matt Dillon was good, man. He was really good. But that Terrence Howard was fucking amazing.
Did you see Crash?
Yes, I did see Crash.
How great was he
Yeah,
as the
he was very
director?
good.
It was interesting. The whole Matt Dillon was good, but not that great.
Wait till you see William Hurt, though, in A History of Violence. Or
He's
History
good?
of Violence. Absolutely, yes. Best movie of the year, I'm telling you.
I got to see that one.
Not a lot of people
Brokeback
saw
Mountain.
it.
Fucking
What about
right.
Vigo?
What?
What about Vigo? Isn't he in that one? Viggo Mortensen?
Who's he? He's that
History
guy?
of Violence?
But who's Vigo?
He's the guy that was in Lord of the Rings movies.
Vigo. Oh, yeah.
Isn't he in that one? Fan? I get the thumbs up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Isn't he like the star of that movie, Opie?
Yeah, yes. Well, he was so believable in the role he played in History of Violence, I forgot that he was the Lord of the Rings guy, to be quite honest with you.
Brokeback Mountain.
It's a wonderful motion picture.
There's no way that fucking guy getting his asshole fucked in a tent was better than Terrence Howard. There's no way.
Hotter?
Much. Fucking, there's no way.
Yeah.
PC garbage.
I don't see Brokeback Mountain winning any awards. Perhaps cinematography.
Not only will it
Best
win,
song.
it'll win everything.
It's a very safe award.
Everything.
It was kind of
PC. It's going to win everything.
Screen Actors Guild Award didn't. It kind of shunned it.
But didn't they make Crash Best Film?
Yeah.
Well, and they're a little different than the fucking Oscars. They're actually, I think, a bit more credible.
Yeah.
Yeah, SAG Awards, absolutely. It's all done by actors.
I think Crash might win Best Film, yeah.
I guarantee the Oscar Brokeback.
And the
wins,
winner for
guaranteed.
Best Motion Picture, Brokeback Mountain. They'll get up there and make a little joke about fucking each other.
Yeah. Hey, it's good to see you face to face.
Ha 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 ha.
They would never do something like that, but...
No?
No.
They got to make some kind of joke if they went
it'll
up
be
there
awful.
to accept an award.
Pete, what's up?
Yo, Hope, what's up, man? I heard you guys talking about History of Violence, dude. Got to agree, fantastic movie.
Right.
My favorite part is when the chick is in the, number one, when she's in the cheerleader uniform, right? When he fucking pops her on the bed in the cheerleader uniform.
Absolutely. Yes.
But the best, dude, is when he pulls her down on the stairs and he gets her on the stairs.
Yeah, there's some wild sex scenes in History of Violence.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes,
dude.
some wild. I'm telling you, it's a great movie. I think what fucked up that movie is calling it History of Violence. There's people like, History of Violence? Is this a documentary or something?
Yeah.
They really fuck up with the
Wasn't
names
it-
of movies a lot
It
of
was
times.
a history of violence. Like somebody had a history of violence.
Right.
And that's what it was.
Yeah, but you see it in the paper, you're thinking
Yeah, I know.
documentary violence throughout the, what? You know what I mean?
Throughout the history
Years of us being here
Look
after
back
the...
at Rome.
When is,
Let's move on
the
with Best
Oscars?
Actress.
When is the Oscars?
March, I guess. I'm thinking. Early March? March 5th? March 5th-ish?
I'm going to see all these
Give or
movies
take
before.
a day?
I want to see all these movies.
You're going to see all the
of them.
Oscar contenders,
Yeah.
even Brokeback Mountain.
I'll see. I mean, I'm sure it's a good movie, but
Yeah.
I guarantee it's not as good as Crash.
Let's go with Best Actress. Maybe she's in the Best Actress category.
The one from Crash?
Yeah, let's see.
Possible, I doubt it.
And for Best Performance by an Actress in a Leading Role, the nominees are Judi Dench in Mrs. Henderson Presents.
What? Who?
Felicity
Where? What? What is that movie?
Enough with Judi Dench. How old is she?
What
90?
could that movie be about?
Every year they got to nominate a dame.
A dame.
Fucking
Some old broad.
Right.
Hollywood royalty.
enough with nominating a dame every year.
Dame. Oh, Judy Douche. What? She looks familiar.
Yeah, it's kind of like Johnny Bench, but it's not.
But only different.
She was in,
Same haircut.
She was in that movie. Yeah.
Who is she? What is she?
dyke
I
hair.
know Judi Dench. What do I know her from?
Yeah, go back. Way back.
Yeah, keep going back.
Yeah.
I think her big movie was even.
To Sir with Love?
Yeah. Shakespeare in Love. No?
Yes. Sorry.
That was the big one?
I think she got nominated for that, too. She's in it for like 5 minutes, too.
Yeah.
I'm thinking way back, you know. like-
She's also the boss in the new James Bond movies.
Oh, that's terrific. I'm
Oh.
sure that's just wonderful.
What's
to see.
what's her first movie? What year?
When she was hot?
Yeah.
Hilda.
Says it all right there.
She played Hilda Lesways.
I'm Hilda Lesways.
Oh, my God.
What year?
1959.
Oh. All right. I thought she went back to like the 30s.
She was the hot piece of ass, and now she's a
That's
dame.
it. Dame.
God damn.
When they start to refer to you as feisty,
Feisty.
Feisty or a dame.
you're on your way to Coffinville.
All right, let's go back here. Best actress again.
And for Best Performance by an Actress in a Leading Role, the nominees are Judi Dench in Mrs. Henderson Presents, Felicity Huffman in Transamerica, Keira Knightley in Pride and Prejudice,
I'll root for her.
Charlize Theron in North Country, and Reese Witherspoon in Walk the Line.
Really? Reese Witherspoon was great.
Okay.
In that Johnny Cash biop. They call it a biop.
A biopic.
A biopic.
Biopic.
Let's go with Best Actor here.
The nominees for Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role are Philip Seymour Hoffman in Capote, Terrence Howard in Hustle and Flow,
No.
Heath Ledger in Brokeback Mountain,
Of course.
Joaquin Phoenix in Walk the Line,
Yes.
No.
and David Strathairn in Good Night and Good Luck.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Wow, those are
Gotta
some
give it to
weird
him.
choices, don't
Well,
you think?
Hoffman, I mean, definitely, but I didn't see it. I heard he was amazing. But Terrence Howard, I didn't see that movie. But obviously, that's why they didn't give it to him.
No big, like, huge stars in that category this
Heath
year,
Ledger,
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you why Crash, I bet you, didn't get a lot of nods. Because it really did make a mockery of what hack garbage Hollywood has turned into. Like, there's a few times in Crash you think they're going to do something really hacky, and they actually go another way, and they don't do it. And you're like, oh, all right, fuck, I thought I knew where this was going, and I didn't.
Yeah.
And it also, like, shits on everybody looks bad in the movie, and everybody looks good. It shows both sides of everybody really accurately.
Yeah.
And it was just really not PC, man. Like, they give Matt Dillon's an L.A. cop who's dirty and just kind of a dick, but they also show the other side of him where he's like, you went, oh, okay, this guy's not a piece of shit. He has redemption. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I think that they didn't want to give it a lot of nods.
By the way, saw last year's big winner, finally. Last year's big Oscar winner.
What was it again?
It was the boxing one, Clint Eastwood.
Oh, that won an Oscar, right?
Hated that movie.
Finally saw it. One of the most depressing, awful movies ever. How awful is that? At the end, she's just rotting in a bed.
I know, and he's stupid enough not to jump on and fuck her. That's all I would do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Trying to bite her own tongue out of her head.
Oh, my God. So she'd bleed to death.
Oh, it's horrible.
She had a dream and it went horribly wrong.
Yeah, went horribly wrong.
That was a good movie, though. I have a crush on her.
With the mother and all that?
Yeah. Did Clint Eastwood win Best Director?
I don't remember.
I hope not. He did? His movies are directed horribly. They all look like Every Which Way But Loose. Like that bad Clint Eastwood direction. You could tell when Clint's directing it, and I don't mean that in a good way. It's just a horrible directing job. Shaky cam.
At least you didn't have to see his baloney tits in this movie.
Yeah, cut that out.
How old is he, 74?
His voice is shot.
It's been broke. His voice has been fucked up since Heartbreak Ridge.
Yeah. What happened?
He's old.
He won for Best Picture and Best Achievements in Directing, yes.
Director.
Okay, here we go. Best Director for 2006.
And in the category of Best Achievement in Directing,
Best Director,
we have Ang Lee, Brokeback Mountain.
I might get
Bennett
that.
Miller for Capote. Paul Haggis for Crash. George Clooney for Good Night and Good Luck. And Steven Spielberg for Munich.
Saw Good Night, Good Luck. He should not get Best Director for that. A very simple movie to direct.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think Clooney deserves a directing
Crash
Oscar
was not
anyway.
an easy movie to direct.
He hasn't been a director long enough. He hasn't made his bones.
I want to see Munich.
Yeah. Spielberg always puts out a movie that kind of, you know.
He's gotten like a little bit like less fluff in like all the last few years.
Yeah.
Fucking with Schindler's List and it's, now this about the Mossad. I think right about the Mossad killing those terrorists.
Yeah.
Munich.
Yeah.
Last few years, and then you bring up Schindler's List. That movie's like...
Well, no, I'm just thinking last few movies, I should say.
Timeless.
Okay, here we go. Best Director.
And finally, I'm pleased to announce
Best
that the
Picture,
films
sorry.
selected as the Best Picture nominees for 2005 are Brokeback Mountain, Diana Osana
Yay.
and James
That thing's
Schamus,
gonna win a lot.
producers.
Everything. No. Yes, it's going to win a
Capote,
lot.
Caroline Barron, William Vince, and Michael O'Hoven, producers. Crash, Paul Haggis and Kathy Schulman, producers. Good Night and Good Luck, Grant Heslov, producer. And Munich, Kathleen Kennedy, Steven Spielberg, and Barry Mendel, producers.
So, everybody, please join us on March 5th when the envelopes will be opened. See you then. Thank
please
you, Mira.
join us
Thank
on
you, Sid.
March 5th.
Congratulations to all the nominees.
Congratulations indeed.
I want to see Capote.
Yeah.
I heard it was good.
Yeah, I got to go to the Artsy Theater to see that.
It'll probably be everywhere now that it's nominated.
The Artsy Theater that serves the smoked salmon sandwich.
Is that the Huntington Arts Center?
No, I
That
live
theater?
here. I live in Manhattan. It's down the block. It's this theater.
Oh.
And instead of selling popcorn, they sell big, huge smoked salmon sandwiches.
Is that the one we walked by?
Yeah.
Not the big one, but the smaller one.
I was in a movie with Yoko Ono. I think Grizzly Man. Yoko and Sean Lennon were in the same theater.
They have security with them?
No.
Oh, I don't know why. There's never been a security threat to that family. What the fuck's the matter with these people?
Oh, were you here for that story?
Yeah.
We followed them home to the Dakota.
Yeah, creepy you are with your low self-esteem.
Really?
You're famous, stupid. Just walk up and go, hey, I'm
followed
Opie
them
for the
home,
Opie and Anthony
and
show.
I was taking pictures with my picture phone as they were walking. They actually waved off security. They had cars waiting for them outside the theater, and they said, "No, it's such a nice afternoon. We're going to walk
We'll
home."
just walk.
And the place went nuts.
I'm gonna pick up some apples and oranges.
The streets came alive. They went nuts for them. I see famous people every day. Most times, no one gives a shit. I see Liam Neeson all the time. No one cares.
I like him.
I've only seen a couple celebrities that get people running out of stores.
Isn't Liam Neeson tall?
He's really tall. Yeah.
How he would like stick out.
I see Regis a lot. He's just a miserable guy in real life. Never
Cool.
smiles. He just looks miserable.
He goes,
Liam
hey,
Neeson,
look at there. There's Opie.
Liam Neeson.
I can't believe I'm seeing Opie.
But every once in a while you'll see a huge star that people will leave stores and stuff just to get a glimpse. And
What caliber is that?
I saw it with Yoko Ono and Sean Lennon.
But I don't get that because she lives here. It's like she's
doesn't-
always around.
She doesn't leave the Dakota. She doesn't leave the Dakota often. And then the
I
other.
can't see like Liam Neeson not getting it, but her getting.
He wears
the
a hat.
attention.
People don't recognize him. He's just a big lunkhead.
He doesn't wear a hat. He just walks around. He walks around with his kids. No one cares. And the other one was Keanu Reeves. They went nuts for Keanu Reeves when he was walking up the street one day.
Was he with a girl?
Yeah. But no one saw the girl.
Was she
they
pretty?
were all just freaking out that he was walking
That
around.
he was in that band Dog Star. That's why they.
He actually was weird that day because he had a
Matrix.
long black suit on and long
it's
black
funny
coat
because
in the middle of summer. It's like 100
Just like
degrees.
Neo?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And he was walking around. So.
Okay.
Let's go to Bobby in Georgia. Bobby!
Hey, good morning, boys. How you doing? It's Bobby the drug rep down in South Georgia.
Hey,
A
Bobby.
lot of drug reps listen to this show. I don't understand what it is. I guess they're on the road a lot. A lot of you drug reps listen to this show.
We got a lot of time in between calls, and we're driving around. We got an hour, especially in South Georgia when, the towns are separated by a tremendous amount of mileage.
Are you one of those guys, those drug reps? What do you guys drive around in cars with just trunk fulls of drugs, right?
Actually, I'm a work for a company that calls on the pharmacy, so we just drive around with a lot of the promotional material for
I saw some guy once I was eating in Brooklyn, and this guy pulls up, and he's a fan of the show, and he's a drug rep, and he opens his trunk, and he's like, what do you want, man?
Yeah.
He had a trunk full of drugs.
Except for he had a tie on, right?
Yeah, suit and tie guy.
Hey, listen up. You were talking about Grizzly Man, and I saw that over the weekend, DVD.
I like this guy. He cut me off to get back to his story. I like that.
Hey, listen, that's got to be the gayest movie, even more so than Brokeback Mountain. I'm talking to the guy.
Well, I didn't see Brokeback Mountain, but I did see Grizzly Man.
Does he fuck the bear in the ass? Because unless he does, I don't think it's gayer.
Grizzly Man, very gay.
With the guy sitting there talking about how, he doesn't understand why women don't like him, and, it would have been easier for him to be queer.
Grr. 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 No. Grr. Grr.
That does sound gay.
Grr.
If that guy isn't sucking dick, he's at least letting him lay there till his swelling goes down.
He ain't sucking anything. He's dead.
He's history.
All right. Thanks, Bobby.
All right, you guys have a good morning. Welcome back, Jimmy.
Thanks. Let's go to Mike the Trucker. Mike?
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Hey.
Hey, Opie, man, so it's okay for you to use your camera phone like that, but nobody can take your picture, eh? Is that how that
Right.
works there, man?
You're not supposed to pay that close attention, sir.
Double standard.
It's called the old double
Every
standard.
word. I'm hanging on every word. I was wondering if they did that, best pyrotechnics for a movie, if Archback Mountain had been nominated for, the explosion in
Archback Mountain, I like that.
Archback Mountain?
Yeah, I was wondering if the friction of the explosion from that ass fucking was nominated for pyrotechnics.
Yeah, we heard you the first time.
Oh, give me a car crash, man.
Now say it again.
No, you get nothing.
Exactly.
All right, thank you, Mike. Let's go to John in New York. John,
You get a grr.
Hey, John.
Jimmy, welcome back, dude.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Hey, listen, Jimmy, you got to see Capote.
I want to. I love Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I honestly, to be honest with you, I really hadn't seen Capote or any of his clips until after I saw the movie. Philip Seymour Hoffman, dude, knocks it out of the park. I honestly think you should get it. I really do.
Okay.
I really do.
I wouldn't argue. If someone said he's the best actor working right now, I wouldn't argue.
I kiss you on the mouth. Do you want to kiss me?
Archback Mountain, grossly overrated.
All right.
I don't call it Archback Mountain. That's not the name of it. It's Wipeback Mountain.
Let's say hi to an expert on this type of thing. It's Kim Morgan, everyone. Kim.
Hello.
How are you, Kim?
I'm really tired. This is really early for me.
Well, you had to get up for the Oscar nominations, though.
I know. I'm in Los Angeles, so it's 6:30 right now.
Suck it up. It's
I know,
very early.
Really early.
Yeah, we get up early, too.
You do a show on Portland radio?
I used to do a show on Portland radio, yeah, but I live in Los Angeles now, so I write here in L.A. for the L.A. Weekly, for MSN Entertainment, and SunsetGun.com, which is my site.
Mm-hmm.
The best site.
And you know a little bit about movies?
Yeah, I know a lot about movies.
We need the movie expert.
Yeah, is Brokeback Mountain going to win all the awards?
I think it's going to sweep, yeah.
Now, why didn't it sweep the SAG Awards, then?
Well, that's because it's actor. I mean, I don't think it's going to sweep. I don't think Heath Ledger will win. I think Philip Seymour Hoffman will surely win the Academy Award for Best Actor. And Best Supporting Actor, I'm not entirely sure who's going to win that. Jake Gyllenhaal might win an Academy for that, but I doubt it. But yeah, Ang Lee.
That's the only way to justify taking on that role, by the way. Winning the Oscar for really good acting. Look, man, you can call me a fag all you want, but look, I got proof I was acting. Here it is.
Not only do you fuck another man, but you have a statue of one on your mantle.
Right.
Well.
A little too harsh for you, Kim? Sorry.
Hey, hey, Kim, do you think that the SAG Awards are a little less PC than the, like they're a little bit more integrity-driven than the Oscars?
Well, there's still, it's the peers. I mean, the SAG is is actors, and the Academy is everyone in the Academy. I mean, I still think they're both kind of PC, really. I was surprised that Munich was nominated, though. That was, everyone told me. Actually, I thought Munich might get nominated, but it was such a controversial film that I was a bit surprised it was nominated. But yeah.
Well, why is that, though?
Why surprising?
Why controversial films don't usually get nominated?
Well, Passion of the Christ certainly wasn't nominated.
Nah, but that was because he kind of shunned Hollywood.
No.
You know.
It was because it was a shit movie.
No, I think people didn't.
When you get past the subject matter, it was a bad movie.
The Jewish people didn't like it.
No, they did not like it. That's
And some people would argue that they run Hollywood.
Some people would argue there's many in the Academy.
It was a bad movie and very predictable, I gotta tell you.
Well, it was really violent.
Kind of knew how it was going to end.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Why wasn't Terrence Howard nominated for supporting actor for Crash?
I don't know. You know, he should have been nominated for Best Actor for Hustle and Flow, in my opinion.
What was he nominated for in that?
Best
supporting?
No.
He wasn't nominated. Why was he nominated?
He was nominated for something on Hustle and Flow, I think.
He wasn't nominated. Was he nominated for Best Actor?
He was nominated for his role in Hustle and Flow.
That would be Best Leading Actor.
Okay. Yeah, Best Actor. You're right. He was.
Yeah. I was going to say, I thought he was nominated. Was he shut out again? Why was he nominated for that? Or
why wasn't he nominated? I didn't see Hustle and Flow. Was he better in that than he was in Crash?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God, he's so good in Hustle and Flow.
Oh, okay.
He plays a pimp, and you love him in it.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, you know, it's like Rudy or something. You're rooting for him the whole time.
It's funny. He's carrying a beaten-up hooker on his back at the end of the game. LOL.
Pretty much, yeah.
Do you think if Brokeback Mountain wins a bunch of awards, you're going to see a bunch of copycat gay-themed, where you would normally see a guy and a girl, you're going to be seeing two guys?
I don't know about that. I mean, it's already, unless, you know, you're talking about Saturday Night Live skits. Like,
no, because it kind of happens. You know, you get a successful formula, and people run with it with cheap knockoffs.
Gay cowboy movies.
Yeah, I see like a gay buddy movie, gay cop movie, things like that.
They did
kind of bring back the spaghetti westerns.
Yeah,
with gay themes.
That's actually that's not a bad prediction.
smell
I mean, they halfway did it with Kiss Kiss Bang Bang this year before Brokeback Mountain came out, which was a really good film, underrated film this year with Val Kilmer and Robert Downey Jr. Val Kilmer played a homosexual.
Do they kiss each other in the movie?
No, they're not. They're not both gay. Val Kilmer's the only
darn.
homosexual, but it was, another stab at a less, stereotypical homosexual character.
But there
were a lot of homosexuals this year.
But that's not hard to do. I'll say the Brokeback guys at least pulled off a real tough acting thing. I mean, just to do to do a movie and then toss in dick is good. I mean, that's not really hard to throw in some dialogue. Kiss that fella.
Yeah, that was part of the dialogue.
Yeah.
Dick is good.
It was a love story, Jimmy.
Good.
Just happened to be two guys.
Not Brokeback. I'm saying the Val Kilmer movie.
Oh.
I'm saying at least in Brokeback they kissed and did a real acting performance as opposed to Val Kilmer who plays a regular role and then just pretends he's gay once in a while. Verbally.
Okay. I was confused.
Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger didn't pretend they were gay.
They kind of did.
I was joking.
Oh,
yes.
Anthony.
Yeah, I'm just not getting anything today. Silly me.
So what do you think? Like a friend of mine is like a real expert on the Oscars, and he was saying I haven't watched it in a few years, but do you think that the theme, as far as political correctness is concerned, does it seem to tie in with not only a nomination but what will eventually, not necessarily win, but at least whatever for a nod?
Yeah.
Wait, in terms of political correctness?
Yeah, exactly.
It just seems like the themes of certain films. I mean, like Brokeback Mountain is a PC theme in Hollywood, like Gump was, and Philadelphia. It seems like that at times has much fruition as what would eventually be called the winner.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, usually. I mean, it's always the hype film, political hype film that wins, it seems like, and it's usually something that, sort of like the year of Sling Blade or something where everybody suddenly was really crazy about, retarded Southerners. And had all this empathy for retarded Southerners suddenly. Although we didn't see that. That didn't become a huge trend.
That was...
not to compare homosexuals to retarded Southerners, but...
yeah, I'd rather live with a retarded Southerner.
What do you think of Philip Seymour Hoffman?
I don't mind the Cowboys so much, huh?
What do you think of Philip Seymour Hoffman there in Capote?
He's great in Capote.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great acting job. That would be hard to pull off. I mean, you have to play this character that's really, really over the top, yet, reining in. And
I think he's a lead. As a matter of fact, Philip Seymour Oscar. I'm just ripping off a Ron and Fez.
Yeah, Ron and Fez will have a lot of fun. Why'd she hang up?
But she hung up?
Why would she hang up?
Maybe she didn't.
The phone's exploded.
She might get disconnected.
No?
I don't know, because the other phones are still happening.
She might have hit the button.
Maybe she's a Ron and Fez fan and felt we were ripping off their bit.
I'm sure she'll call back.
I hope not. That was Kim Morgan, everybody.
Did she hang up on us?
I don't know.
It's very early. Maybe she wanted some more sleep.
Get Ben on it.
Right,
Ben, get back in touch with that gal. Let's straighten this out.
Let's see what's going on with Kim Morgan.
Where'd she go?
Maybe she thought you were making... Nah, she doesn't have a publicist calling. It's just her.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of movie talk.
Right. We never do that. With the Oscar nominations just out.
I think that was just a hang-up by accident.
Yeah, that sounded accidental.
Well,
I didn't hear like a...
We could play the stall game and play our stinger again.
This Thursday, will one man have the balls to take the ultimate challenge? Super Bowl.
And one guy has said yes so far. Waiting to see if Matt will say yes to the ultimate challenge.
That Spanish dude from Connecticut said yes.
He's Italian
guy.
Hey, where's Ben? Ask Ben if he's we can get back in touch with him.
What about the other guy?
No?
Oh.
All right, you know what? Let's cut our losses.
But dude, that was going really well.
No, it wasn't.
Nah, screw it.
We did a better job discussing
Screw her.
the Oscar nominations.
Did she? No. Only because if she hung up.
Yeah.
I think that we should be mean.
I see a Steve from Yellowstone.
I think that maybe we could get her back on the phone because some listeners may want to call.
Okay, why don't we take a break and we'll see what happens next. Will Kim Morgan call back the Opie and Anthony program? may get an answer right now. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio. Lower the music. I got to play the Sting again. Here is the Stinger.
This Thursday, will one man have the balls to take the ultimate challenge? Super Bowl.
That sounds official.
Yes, we got Matt from New York, one of the contestants on the line. Matt?
What's going on, boys?
Your answer, please.
I accept.
Oh, the challenge has been accepted.
By both parties.
We have a competition.
Now we just need to find the bees.
The goddamn bees.
Let's hope we find bees. Otherwise, Hawk is going to have a stinger taped to his nose.
I might enjoy that too much.
Buzz and suck, fella, quick.
Where are we at with the bees? Where's Steve? Steve has taken it upon himself, by the way, to try to find the bees. Let's get a bee update from Steve.
His email yesterday about something with calling a honey distributor.
Yeah.
I'll try to contact honey distributors to see if I could find bees. I just couldn't. I wrote an email back like, I'm not even going to try for the joke here.
No.
He probably knows them all by name.
Yeah, he sure
Hey,
does.
Bob. Yes.
Bees hate him. They're so used to his stupid hand wrecking their home.
Grr, 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 grr.
Come on in here, you fruity mammal.
Here comes Steve.
Grr.
No.
Grr.
No.
What is that
Grr.
from? No.
No.
That's actual speed?
No. No.
Wait.
No.
Grr, grr.
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 No.
All right, Steve.
That's my favorite sound clip right now.
Here we go. Super Bowl happens Thursday. We got Matt and Raphael. They both said yes to the ultimate challenge, which is to find bee in a jar.
Yeah.
They're going to place their scrotums in a jar. In the jar will be at least one, maybe more, of these little critters.
Yeah, and that's what we're working on at the moment.
That is a pissed off bee in there.
Shake it up a little first to get them all riled.
Oh, yeah. We have to shake them around a little, get them pissed off.
And then sink your scrotum into the jar.
Okay, now, you know something? These are little details that we haven't thought of.
Yeah.
How will you keep the jar sealed enough where his nuts are in there, but the bee can't get out?
I'm telling you, this is going to end in disaster because the bee will get loose in studio.
And here's how it works.
Yeah.
We have to have a way. You have to have a way. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to get some kind of a jar with a top, like say a mayonnaise jar. And you put some kind of a soft hole in it that a guy's balls can plug. Not a jagged edge because it's his balls.
Yeah, that'd be a little rough.
But it's some kind of a soft hole, like a padded hole that his balls will plug nicely. And you have something in this is going to be tricky, but you have to release the bees at the same time. Like, you can't have one guy lowering his balls in and another guy trying to lower his balls in because the one bee might be at the top of his jar and the other bee's fucking hanging out laxative. You got to release both bees together. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but you're talking some type of contraption
yes,
now.
Well, you have to.
Now it goes from a jar to a infernal machine.
Well, a man's testicles are going to be possibly stung by a wasp. We have to do this properly.
So
I say we crazy glue the balls in there.
I was thinking a bee in a jar. You lift the jar lid up and put his nuts in there, shut the jar lid just enough, and then plug the holes with duct tape. So his nuts are in there. You can't have the bee getting out like...
The bee is going to get out.
Then how does he pull his balls out?
That's just it. He doesn't. It's a chore for him to get his nuts out of there.
So he's going to have this jar with a bee in it hanging off his nuts?
Yeah, he'll
When
have
he
to
has to
hold
leave.
on to it. Well, he'll have to hold on to it with his hands.
Oh.
Then he has to go home like that. With no trousers.
We're going to have to go into the One test lab and test out a few scenarios.
Yeah, it's Tuesday already. Let's get this going.
2 days. And supposedly there's a company that's going to send us bees in the mail or something.
Well, we're working on it. We're trying to find beekeepers locally.
You know what would be even scarier?
Huh.
Small, maybe sack, like like a tobacco pouch type of pull string burlap thing with the bee in there. This way, you don't see the bee.
No, you got to see the bee.
You have to see the bee.
I think it's scarier if the guy doesn't know when, where, who.
No, it's better for us if we see the bee. If you want to see a wasp flying around those fucking lovely family jewels.
Yeah, because
they're all shriveled.
The scream that's going to happen when also the bee decides to land on the scrotum.
Don't move. Don't move. And you know, the instinct is going to be to shake that little rascal off. And it's going to resist and hold on to the fucking skin and sting.
Should we maybe have them wipe a little honey on their nuts?
Well, whatever it takes.
No, you don't want to be happy. How about something antagonistic? Like the smell of,
an
onion? Soda. How about some fucking grape soda on their balls?
Oh, they're always hanging around like soda cans.
They love
during
a
the
soda
picnics.
can lid. You drink it and the bee's in your mouth.
Oh, that's one of my biggest fears ever.
Really?
Yeah, aside from prison rape.
Guys?
Yeah. Be in my soda can.
Hi, sweetie.
I'm going to go out on a limb. This could be the line of the day if it's delivered correctly.
It'll be fine. Don't be nervous, sir.
Jim in Buffalo. Jim?
Hey, I think we should get a third contestant. We can fill a 55-gallon drum with some bees and have Ben flop his sack in there to fill it up. What do you think of that?
All right. You
It was
fell
all
a
right.
little short, but still a very good line. All right.
55-gallon drum.
Matt.
Yes.
What else do you have?
I just wanted to know what the winner of Super Bowl is going to get. There has to be some incentive here for me.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, see, this guy's actually thinking
He's right.
about himself.
Well, tickets to my Albany show.
I didn't appreciate that laugh, and I'm just Jimmy's friend.
It's going to be a prize
to be named soon.
To be named
soon.
Later.
How about I just give you a little hint? Perhaps it's an electronic device.
Or maybe a trip somewhere.
Or maybe neither.
Or, right, maybe nothing.
That's right. Maybe it's a combination of those things, and we give you a cab ride to B&H Photo. Now go buy something stupid. Take your swollen bag in there and get a digital
flashlight keychain.
Also, one more question.
We're going to have to look at our fine sponsors and come up with something really, really good. Don, get on it.
How's the winner going to be determined? Until the guy that has to rip off the jar, or
the bee in the jar is the ultimate challenge. You guys are still bringing in your fine torture devices for your nut sacks.
Only two guys?
The bee in the jar is like the final.
Okay.
It's worth a lot of your grade. But there are other assignments that you must come up with that will also add to your grade.
And should we add a few more contestants to this fine competition?
If you could find more people.
It is the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see.
Opus just held up a note. First prize is $10,000
from Anthony's bank account.
To be paid out in a yearly manner. You're to receive $50 a year for a lot of years. So no matter how bad things are, you'll know that come December 31st, there's a check with your name on it.
Always have that.
Get those credit card bills
Before
paid.
taxes, by the way.
Absolutely. Of course.
You'll have to pay your own taxes on that.
Always pay taxes.
Fruit Monkey is suggesting some saran wrap or maybe even some thick, clear plastic type stuff over a jar with a bee in it. You cut a thin slit in it and then put the ball bag right into that.
What a great idea.
That sounds good. You see through, kind of self-sealing, and easy.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, the guys will go in the lab and they'll try out a few scenarios.
And there should be like 30 bees in each one.
I was just going to say we're probably going to have to get a lot of bees because I don't know how
can't put 30 bees in one.
No. Shit! I almost did it again. No.
Oh, Steve, how many?
No.
Well,
Should it be 20?
Grr. No. Grr.
Put a bear in the jar?
Grr.
Dress his balls up as a salmon? What?
Grr. I was just going to say I don't know how resilient bees are because we might need to get more than
right.
Hey, Matt, what's your
scumbag, Jimmy?
I know. Matt, what's your big trick you're bringing with you for the Super Bowl?
I can't reveal that yet.
Ooh.
So you have something though?
Of course.
Better than the mousetrap to the scrotum that you took?
Yes.
Wow. By the way, that video is getting downloaded like crazy still.
I can't believe it. It's great.
Is this like the pool challenge where you have to do your challenge and then the other guy has to do your challenge? Like those...
It's not the same challenge. I think we're looking for degrees of difficulty, pain, things like that will be judged by people here in the studio. It's one of those things where you know it when you see it. You know something is really good when you see it.
But like, say one guy, like, you know what, like the pool experts will do is one guy makes a fancy shot,
right,
and then the other guy has to make the same.
Yeah,
shot.
but I don't know if we want them doing the same thing like that.
Well,
we want someone to top them.
Maybe they should both have to do the same thing and then move on. Like, Ant does my trick, and then I do my trick, and then I do Ant, and Ant does Ant, or vice versa.
Look at this. Bum on 42nd Street from whackbag.com. Trust me, guys, don't do the Super Bowl. One of these fucking faggots will do something stupid and kill themselves. Then tomorrow we'll hear nothing but Van Halen on High Voltage while watching ELO on Good Morning America explaining he knows nothing. Yeah, I guess
seeing 2020 with the exclusive footage of our show.
I guess we're taking another chance with our careers coming this Thursday. Spread the word. All right, Matt. We'll see you Thursday for Super Bowl.
You got it.
All right.
Bye, buddy.
Bye. Let's go to Keith the Cop. Keith?
Hey, fellas, what's going on?
Hey, dollface.
This is what you got to get. You know, like those habit trails for the hamster. So you could put the bees in the tube, and then, like, the main part of it has the hole. You can then slide the bees into the hole, and we could watch through the plastic.
How are you going to slide bees through a hole?
No. Like, you could put the tube, it goes in the side. I'll have to...
I know what he means. Take it, like, let's say like this, Keith. Mayonnaise jar with the saran wrap on the top. You put the Habit Trail tube on put the balls in the Habit Trail tube, and then when you're ready, you put the top of the other side of the Habit Trail thing through the slit in the top of the mayonnaise jar saran wrap, so it's almost like a bong where the bee will fly up.
I don't think that gives any side access to the testicles by the bee.
Okay, maybe you're right.
I think they should be hanging free like the Liberty Bell.
Okay, I see. All right.
Just dangling.
They make, like, the home part for, like, the hamster is, like, the big plastic thing, and then you can slide the tubes in the side that they crawl around.
Wait.
So you can take the tube and put it in the side of, like, the larger thing.
Well, we're going to have to do some scientific experiments.
Yeah, we'll test out a few scenarios
Steve is
in our laboratories.
Steve is opening up a package, and he writes, some lunatic wants us to use this for the Super Bowl contest. You want to explain this, Steve?
It's
one of the Tomcats that we've been using to smash our own hands.
It's a very typical-looking mousetrap with a minor adjustment. It's on a larger platform, but at the base of the mousetrap has a series of nails.
Oh, Jesus, let me see that.
Look at this.
You sick fuck. I was wondering what that was.
Yeah.
But there's is there a thing there to stop the nails from going all the way in?
Well, that looks like a little piece of foam you could put in there, but still, there's nails.
Crazy?
Only so it will poke your balls, but not go all the way through them. Jesus Christ, dude.
Well, you never know. Why don't we keep that around for the boys?
Holy shit.
Do you know how much that would hurt your hand?
Dude, I'd say a lot. Way to take my thunder.
Perhaps even more than that.
Yeah, perhaps.
Torture!
That's torture!
I don't even want to play with this one.
No.
If you fuck up...
Okay.
I don't fuck with mousetraps. I've never let one go on my hand, and nothing would get me to do it.
We were doing it the other day, faggot.
Yeah, well, then you guys are just fucking idiots. I don't do that. I ain't a mouse, motherfucker.
Jimmy's Dignity, great idea. The prize for Super Bowl is $100,000.
Yeah.
It's $100,000. We should play that bit going into break.
And I'm going to say, not only will they get tickets to my Albany comedy performance, but I'll throw in 2 free beverages. Non-alcoholic.
Oh, someone's suggesting bee in the tip of a condom and then roll it on.
Holy crap.
How'd you get the bee in the condom?
Yeah, it's a little
We can't move these bees around.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
They're going to be in a jar, that's it.
How about we fucking rent an apartment and the guy knocks on the door and opens it and a bee stings him?
10 different...
Stupid.
10 different jars, each with a different amount of bees. Spin the spinner and see which jar you get with the amount of bees.
Wow.
Could be 1 bee, could be 10 bees.
That's fucking great.
That is good, and it's really not that much different. It's just we need more bees.
We should call it the Wheel of Bees or whatever.
And one jar of bees happens to be on a bouncy thing, which they find irritating and enraging. One jar has a little smoke in there to relax the bees.
To relax them. For some reason, they like a good smoke.
Yeah.
Like anyone else.
There's 250,000 bees on me. Are they stinging me? Nah, a little smoke.
Smoke.
These are faggots. That's some smoke, dick smokers. Why did I say smoke twice?
Say it 3 times, 4 times. Just keep saying it. It's funny.
But I was going to say... Wait, Why don't you have some smoke, Dick? Maybe a British neighbor could deliver that line.
I hate to break into this stimulating conversation.
Oh, what do we got?
But it's time to play Guess the Sound.
Opie.
This is going to be a full feature on the Opie and Anthony show, but we're trying it out live on the show right now.
Thank God.
Here's the second sound for today. It's called Guess the Sound.
No reason we can't do an occasional hack bit. Why not?
And we like when the listeners guess the sound.
Yes.
Here we go. You know what it is, eh?
No, but it's great.
It sounds like it's Pat.
Wow, that is really something. I'm going to have to hear that again.
That was my impression of Pat, by the way.
That was?
Thank you. It was pretty
Very
good, I thought. Thanks.
I know what it is.
Don't spoil it.
All right.
I'm going to say what it is.
All right, wait, no. One more time. One more time. And I might have it.
It's Guess the Sound. I love this new game.
Okay, is that an Asian woman? Okay.
Wait, hold on.
I'm just guessing.
We want listeners to guess, too.
I already know what it is, so I'm not going to blow it.
Just guessing. She sounded that. She was like, yeah, that could be anything. Her walking in those wacky shoes with her feet all bound up. Big backpack full of rice and a baby. I don't know.
You want to know what it is? Fucking, I'll blow it. It's Dak from Enemy Mine chewing saran wrap while raping Shelley Duvall.
No, I don't think that's it. Word is coming in that isn't
Well,
it.
Pal Talk, they're trying to guess. Can you go up a little bit? There's a couple good ones.
Wow, he does Dak.
One person's guessing Terry Schiavo getting banged with a tennis ball. All right. No, you want to go the other way now. Yeah. It's Stalker Patty getting her snatch waxed.
Fucking hate that.
Someone said it's a big-nosed DJ dropping carts all over his records. No?
It's Rev from Whackbag. Rev,
Hello?
guess the sound.
Hello again. I'm guessing it's you, Opie, checking the stock prices for Citadel. Ow!
Our Citadel stock, Opie?
I haven't paid attention to that.
I keep tabs on it.
Yeah.
It's the same place it was at a year ago and right after we bought it. Just hanging there at 12.
Thank you,
12 and
Fareed.
change.
Jesus. Thank you.
Good one, Fareed.
Let's go to Krista, the blind girl. Krista.
Hey.
She's actually blind, everybody.
How you doing there, Krista?
Good. I thought maybe I would play Guess What's in My Pants for you guys.
Oh.
We'd love that.
Blind Guess What's in My Pants. Do you know?
Slide your jeans down to your mismatch.
Mismatch. To your mismatch. Mismatch socks.
Your mismatched socks. Mismatch. That's a tough word to say before 11.
Your mishmash potatoes.
Mishmash.
Well, yeah.
All right, hold on. We're going to keep you there.
Yeah, please hold.
We have Dave also that wants in real fast. Dave, what's up? Dave?
Hey, well,
he wanted to be in Super Bowl.
Well, obviously he didn't.
Dave's not here.
And no one wants to guess the sound, I guess, huh? Anthony?
Play it again.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
First of all, I want that sound on my instant replay.
One more time. I think I have some of it.
The phone's crapped out, by the way. That's a great sound.
The thud noise is throwing me, but I think I got it.
You do?
I think I do. Yeah.
All right. Well,
I think I know the thud noise.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Are we ready? No one wants to.
No, they want to play. The phones blew up.
We're getting a lot of the same answer.
What a horrible time for the phones to blow up. No, it's not Beth auditioning for her MasterCard commercial. Golden shower in a sleeping girl's mouth? It's not a golden shower?
No.
Oh, okay. There goes my guess. I thought it was.
There goes mine, too.
Nope. I still have my guess.
Well, we wanted to go to the phones, but there's no way to get the phones back and running?
No.
What do?
We sit here like idiots.
Wait a minute.
Are you kidding me? We can't go to the phones? This is our big phone bit.
Well,
it was scheduled for this time.
Maybe we could play it one more time because the crackling is what's throwing everybody off. I got it. Fucking, it was throwing me off for a second.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Yes.
What is it?
It is it's a woman, and she is walking on bubble wrap, the plastic bubble wrap.
Yeah.
And at the very end of the bubble wrap, she falls and her vagina gets caught in something.
That is ridiculous.
The bubble wrap.
I'm thinking the crinkling you're hearing is some type of plastic.
No.
It isn't like something laid down to protect?
Nope.
It's not a rad bag? You know, Asian.
Wow, this is tough.
Well,
is liquid shit involved?
Not liquid.
All right.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I was gonna guess, is that a crackling shit? Is that a crackling shit?
Yeah, that is.
Because I was going to guess that, but you said no to the toilet stuff before.
No.
No, he said no to piss.
Oh, it sounds like a crackling shit.
That is a woman, an Asian woman, whose face is being shit on.
Perhaps.
Wow.
Perhaps.
While she's sleeping?
No, she's not sleeping.
She's being forced to lay there and endure it.
Hey, wait, is she shitting on herself?
No, it's a fat guy.
Fat guy shitting on her?
All right, where's the video?
Please let me see this.
Now we got to see
I
it.
thought that sounded like a crackling shit.
Yeah, it was. No. The sound a human only makes when being shit on, by the way, or burned in a car fire.
And by the way, this woman, when she was growing up, wanted to be a ballerina.
Yeah, her father's not happy.
No.
You grow up, you lay, man shit on face.
Man, shit on you. Oh, no. Oh, no.
All right,
now
get
I'm
your
gonna
dicks out,
see
boys.
Here we go. Here we go.
And buffering.
Bridal shower, it's called.
Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. No.
Oh, he's missed. There you go.
Oh, my God.
It's like a Mr. Softy machine.
Oh, she really seems to be enjoying that. Oh, God damn it. Oh,
my God.
Oh.
Yeah.
What happened? Where did you go wrong?
What do you mean, where'd you go wrong? You know
Where'd you go wrong?
You know how many girls she had to beat out for this role?
Yeah, blowing off third period seemed like a good idea at the time.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, she's following it.
Oh, my God. Why can't we get the... What would you do, waste it? Why can't we get the rest of the audio? I mean, no, why can't we get audio
going back
on this?
for more? Or is that just replay? No, she went back for more.
No, it's the best part of this video that they're doing that cube thing to the guy's balls because that's too outrageous.
Yeah, that's
for people
a
to
bit
see.
much.
The Japanese...
What is it called again?
The
pixelated.
They're pixelating the guy's ball bag and his junk because that's too outrageous for everybody.
Why is she dressed as a bride? Is that their honeymoon?
It's called...
I don't get it.
Maybe.
Is it the way they have
Maybe
their
she wanted to go to Hershey Park and they lost the plane tickets.
See, I mean, obviously the clip was a lot longer.
Yeah.
But
I wanted to just isolate the part where you hear the poo coming out.
Her scream is the best thing. Is her little like, yeah, whatever that is.
I'll get the rest of it because there's a lot more.
Oh, yeah?
Please.
All right, Danny.
Why can't we just get audio from the computer? Can we hook that up?
It's much too technical and complicated. Something you couldn't fathom.
Yeah, no, we
with
can't.
your pea brain of yours. You couldn't possibly... no. We
can't do that.
But Opie, I want us to be able to.
Yeah, we would love it, but it's a computer, and you know how futuristic those things can be.
Why can't we just plug it in?
Because then a virus would be able to enter somehow.
To have an audio out on your computer and have it go into something that we can actually pull up on. Already I'm sounding like Einstein.
Well, have you mentioned the computer? You must have never mentioned that.
Never mentioned that we could really use computer sound.
Oh, cool. There's still people here.
Yeah, by the way, to Elo and everyone down in Washington, January 16th has come and gone.
Yes.
Another empty promise for the boys. I still see cubicles. In early December when we were down there, the day was January 16th.
2012.
No more empty promises, please. Just tell us that nothing's ever going to happen up here, so we could at least accept that. Thank you.
All right. Wow. Elo called me yesterday.
And?
I didn't get an Elo call.
I returned his call, and we missed each other. But he may have been calling me about this very problem.
That's not good.
Probably not.
You shouldn't have mentioned that until you found out what the call was about, Jimmy.
Why?
Because it could be about something bad.
Like what?
Like, heard you yesterday. Wasn't impressed.
It's funny because my phone did say, you have 8,000 new messages. You think I don't know I stunk yesterday? I was fucking half asleep. Please. Am I ever deluded?
The message board really was upset with you for letting some guy off the hook.
But
like they thought you sold out. Some guy gave you shit and you went, oh, okay, sir.
Do they not understand? This is what bugs me about message boards. Do you not understand that sometimes you don't want to fucking do exactly what they expect you to do?
Predictable, right.
But if I would have yelled at him, the other half would have been going, fucking see, just does the same shit he yells.
Same shit. There it is.
If I'm not angry, I'm not going to yell.
Opie, what would the message board say if he did the same thing again?
And yelled.
What would one guy perhaps say as he was entering in his post?
I don't know.
Opie doesn't know, but I do.
See, I was being unpredictable because people were expecting me to do this, and they were doing it at home, and
now they're going to be like, but Opie should have done the bit.
Predictable isn't always bad. See, my guy types.
I know, you're actually typing.
Yeah,
you got to just...
No,
I don't do that.
I was being unpredictable. I was following Jim's
I
lead.
saw that.
See, actually, and sometimes I'm even funny because I want to be unpredictable.
I just didn't want to yell, so I didn't yell. I don't yell when I want to.
I'm typing.
Grr.
I'm angry typing bear.
Yes.
Grr.
And furthermore,
Grr.
Claws.
Uh-oh, I have to delete this. No. Okay.
Grr.
Big claws.
Why didn't he yell at the guy?
Steve's keyboard has to be thrown away after every email. It's just all holes and claws and keys all over the place. Torn apart like some poor little prey animal.
Stupid claws always scratching off the letter so he can't see anything.
Doesn't know what it is. I need Dan Wicklin. I need a new keyboard. My claws have eliminated any of the numerals or letters.
And some of the keys are sticking because of the honey.
The honey all over it.
There's bees buzzing around the monitor.
Let's go to Tony. Tony, what's up?
Hey, what's happening?
Let's go, Tony.
Hey, what was the bouncing noise in that damn video, though?
Yeah, what was that bounce?
I imagine that was gas and the shit bubbling out together.
It was too consistent.
It was like a crackling dump.
It was like a beat going on.
You ever have a crackling dump?
It never keeps time.
Mine does.
I've had a crackling dump before, but not like that.
Not the tennis ball bouncing. No.
Not with, that's what it sounded like. Someone playing tennis.
Yeah.
What's this?
Fuck the shit, fuck the fucking shit, fuck shit, the fuck
Well, what is that?
Just a little thing that Steve brought to our attention today.
Can I ask a question? I just saw a thing on a baby in Brazil. What the fuck was that about?
There was a bag, a plastic bag floating, and it was attached to a piece of wood, and it was in a lake. And people heard this sound like a cat crying, so they ran down by the lake, and for some reason someone had a video camera, and they took a stick and kind of pulled this bag to shore. The guy opening it looked a little like he was a little nervous what might be in it, but he slowly opened it up, and there was a live baby inside, a live baby girl in there, a little damp but alive.
Now, so the stick,
alive.
she was attached to a stick. Was that supposed to keep her afloat or drown her?
The wood apparently was keeping the bag afloat.
What was it supposed to do?
Just enough. I don't know.
Okay.
But it kept the opening of the bag, because the bag wasn't really sealed with anything, kept the opening a little bit above the water. And, yeah, it's kind of weird. I looked at that video a couple of times. I was like, that kid should be dead. Either that was just thrown in the water, or it's a miracle. Really strange looking. And why was the camera there? The whole thing's a little weird.
There's something very fishy.
There's something fishy
because
there.
I just watched it. He goes in the bag, he picks it up, and then just runs to shore, like runs with it. There was something very phony about it.
It looked fake. It looked
Staged.
some kind of stage thing. And the video camera's there. Something odd going on there. It's fucking Brazil, though. What do you expect? Come on.
We interrupt this program to bring you the Ozone Midget sighting of the day.
Showing in a bag in the water. Right?
Amanda?
No?
Yeah.
Amanda.
By the way, I was being unpredictable again there.
I saw that.
I decided not to do my setup line.
Your normal setup line
Right.
bit for this. Yeah.
All right.
Amanda, you've seen a midget.
I did.
All right.
Where?
Tell us about it.
I live in upstate New York, and there's little income tax shops. One's called Liberty Tax Return, and they had a midget dressed as Uncle Sam standing on the side of the road waving.
Oh, my God.
For your taxes, because it's tax
Right.
time.
And he's pointing, he's saying, I want you, but what he's pointing at are normal-sized legs.
My husband was in the car, and he's like, I want you to check that ultrasound closer.
That was pretty good.
All right. I like that.
Yeah, right on.
It's the mother, and she's saying, I want you, and she's pointing at a coat hanger. Oh.
But it was pretty funny seeing him standing there with this big top hat. It was bigger than he was.
You know who it is? It says, I want you, and it's a baby clothes salesman crooking his finger at the midget to come on in his shop.
But
Uncle
I thought
Sam.
you guys would find that pretty funny.
Well, that's odd that you would find that in upstate New York.
Yeah, just
Not
outside
much-
of Saratoga.
Not much freakish inbreeding going on up there.
Too much.
Little midget in a little red, white, and blue outfit.
Jimmy will see when he comes to Albany.
Ooh, thank you.
Okay.
Odd they would
Thank
use,
you, Amanda.
They would use
Thank
an
you.
embarrassment to the country as a representative of this fine nation of ours.
Exactly. I want a 6'5" man in that
Right.
outfit.
Meanwhile, back at the show.
You dress a midget like Cuba. You dress a 6'5" man like U.S. of A. and a
Excuse
midget
me.
like Cuba.
Right.
What, sweetie?
You just wrecked our bit.
What was the bet?
When we go meanwhile back at the show, it's like the midget thing never happened.
But
you were still talking about the midget thing.
But what happened was the
And
thing.
now people are confused because meanwhile back at the show, and then we come back and then we're like talking about something that we were talking prior to the midget sighting.
But the thing is, if the button, if the meanwhile button is pushed like in mid thought, I don't know what to do.
In Jimmy's defense, we kind of changed that bit when he was gone.
Yeah, how am I supposed
He
to
was
know?
gone.
All right.
I think we used to actually discuss the sighting. Actually, it's not over yet.
It has to.
That was part of the sighting, was you playing the outro. Now, if you play it again, we're done.
Meanwhile, back at the show.
State of the Union's tonight.
Yes,
and
of course.
Really?
Bush is
I
working on
understand the
his
State of the
speech.
Union is going to be short.
No, it's not going to be short. It's going to be long. Everyone knows the State of the Union.
Always
It's
long.
a long address. You
Never
ass.
short.
I don't know.
Tiny little speech. It's never given.
What?
They're big, broad, tall speeches.
We're going to reach new heights. We're going to have 4 out of 5 fingers working. Rotten little thumb. I want to bite it and stick it in my ass. Fuck myself. That rotten, useless thumb. paint balls on it and reenact Brokeback Mountain in my apartment alone while you bleed to death in your Uncle Sam outfit, twerp.
The midget sighting is over for today.
What midget sighting?
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
All right, listen. In honor of the speech tonight, we got the Bush clip of him sounding drunk because, I guess it was Craig Ferguson's show. He discovered if you slow down the voice, you sound drunk.
Yeah.
So we'll play this going into break, and hopefully when we get back, we'll talk about You Blew It, a fine article in the New York Post today.
Opie.
About guys. This goes back to yesterday, Jim. Guys in a good situation with a girl, and they blew it.
Yeah,
They
this
did
was in the
something
paper.
Stupid.
It's about dating.
Yeah,
Okay.
and some of the ideas, some of the examples are pretty funny. We'll get into that next. But first.
Did you hear these rumors that President Bush is drinking again? Have you heard this? I mean, it's frightening. I'm not sure it's true. It's probably not, but I'm telling you. Well, look, take a look at this. Take a look.
I'd have stood up here a year ago in one of my many press conferences and told you that in the next year I make this prediction to you that over 10 million Iraqis, including many Sunnis, will vote for a permanent government. I think he probably was, there he goes again.
Lots to do, and we're running out of show. Yeah, there's a great story in the Post. Jimmy was just mentioning it just before we came back from break. This is an update on a guy we talked about.
Yeah.
He had the anti-Christmas display down there in the Village or something, where there was like
severed
Santa head, and
blood, lots of blood.
Yeah, other things on this anti-Christmas display, and the neighborhood went nuts.
Joel Krupnik.
They couldn't believe that this guy would do this. He was
What
such a
a name.
Scrooge. And
He's an old Krupnik.
He's great. He has a $3 million condo, and he's just great.
Well, the neighborhood was outraged because he was just showing that he just hates Christmas.
Yeah.
And I respected the guy at the time. But now we're finding out that the guy's just a kook.
He's just an old curmudgeon.
Right.
Doesn't like children, apparently.
And somebody at the time showed him because they took the severed Santa Claus head
They stole
away
it.
from him. They stole it.
None of his shenanigans around Christmas time.
Well, he's back in the news, and he's fucking better than ever.
Funnier than ever.
It's called The Devil Gets His Due, but they spell it D-O-O.
Why would they say the devil gets his due, but spell it D-O-O?
Bad Santa smears dog poop on girl.
That is
This fucking guy is my hero. He rules.
What happened, Jimmy?
He, Lower East Side real estate dealer, yesterday cursed a 13-year-old girl and smeared dog feces in her hair after her chihuahua pooped on his side.
I say bravo to this guy.
You gotta make a stand. You have to draw a line somewhere. And if somebody is letting their chihuahua poop in front of your building,
a statue should be made for this guy, because you got to understand, if you live in New York City, there's asses all over the place where there's stupid dogs, and you're supposed to clean up the poop after the dog goes, and most people just leave it there.
He's a problem
And
solver.
next thing you know, you're walking, you step in someone else's dog's poop.
Joel Krupnik, 57, allegedly went ballistic when he spotted 4-pound Bambi relieving himself in front of Krupnik's $3 million brownstone.
Wow.
A furious Krupnik picked up what Bambi left and trailed the unsuspecting girl to the vestibule of her nearby apartment. He's hulking 6'2", 250-pound man, cursed the terrified teen, then smeared the dog feces into her hair, according to her mother. Then he smeared it across her Catholic school uniform.
This guy is a classic.
I fucking love him.
We might have to put him into the Hall of Fame today.
Oh,
do we have a Hall of Fame for guys like this?
What a fantastic creep.
That's what you get, stupid. Take your dog and wipe shit out of your hair.
I got.
She thought she had gotten home scot-free.
Oh,
you know, I'm not picking that up.
Yeah.
She gets to the vestibule of her place, turns around, and gets shit wiped on her.
It's like those funny posters, Krupnik's Law. If Bambi leaves a log, you'll be wearing it like a ribbon.
We got audio. We have audio. That's her walking.
And Krupnik responding to the press. Grr. Ooh, he sounds angry. He does sound like an angry guy. Did you actually put the shit in her hair?
No.
No. All right, he's denying it.
Was she a teenager?
She's 13.
Opie and Anthony's Hot Teen News.
That is hot.
Got to bring hot teen news back to the program.
You have to go for it. What kind of shampoo is that? Your hair smells like shit. That's what you get. Krupnik's Law. Good boy.
Krupnik's Law.
This guy is great.
He gave her the old Cleveland Krupnik.
The Krupnik steamer. Scoop right off the fucking sidewalk.
Dirty Krupnik.
Not only is there shit in your hair, but a couple of sidewalk pebbles, too. Carry a baggie next time, stupid. Old Mr. Krupnik. Crotchety old Krupnik.
Well, the cops arrested the
Perfect
guy.
name for an old fuck like that.
Of course they arrested him.
Krupnik.
They have to.
Arrested him.
You can't rub dog shit into the clothes and hair of a child. Unfortunately.
No matter how much you want to.
No matter how much they deserve it.
But you know something? She will never, ever do that again.
You know Bambi, that worthless 4-pound dog, just looked up. What? What, mine?
Taking a shit. He didn't care.
No. Stupid wide-eyed chihuahua. Fucking hate them.
Just watching as a man wipes shit on his owner and doing nothing about it for protection. Yeah.
Is there any
If
way
it was
to
a
get
pit bull, you think he'd have done that?
No.
Is there any way to get Krupnik on the phone? This guy is.
I want to talk to Krupnik.
I can't wait for his next thing he does.
I love him. I love Krupnik.
Mr. Norton, get me the Krupnik file. I want to speak to Mr. Krupnik.
They're going to have to fucking put that shit in an evidence folder somewhere.
The Catholic school dress. All smudged with shit.
We got to start a Hall of Fame for these guys.
Absolutely. I want a picture of this guy. I want a picture
what does he
with
look
him.
like?
Oh, they had a picture of him last time.
But I mean, I want a photo with him.
You want to take a picture?
Look at him. He's just got glasses and he's just creepy.
But are you going to touch his arm? Krupp?
What's his first name? Joel.
I'm a shitter, too. We don't care.
Any Joel with fucking glasses is a problem in the New York papers.
Yeah. Oof. All right. Well, as they used to say on Hee Haw, salute.
Okay, you blew it.
Bravo.
Women dish on how guys ruin perfect dates. Lots and lots of examples in the Post today.
What page is that, sweetie? Do you know? Because I can't find it.
It should be part of your dittos.
Ooh, I like dittos. Oh.
Is he still in jail?
He spent the night in jail.
Krupnik?
What's
he didn't
bail?
know how what's that?
What's bail for that, I wonder?
I don't know. A couple of wet naps.
What's his first name?
Joel.
Great. I'm Joel Krupnik. Hi, pleasure to meet you, Joel Krupnik. Looks like you're having a shitty day.
We are so far into the silly zone today. All right, Meredith, 31 from Brooklyn. She has a little story about how this guy blew it with her.
Do you think that a restaurant is going to serve the Krupnik? That's sauerkraut with a Snickers bar in it. To do dance in the black clubs. Do the Krupnik.
Served over angel hair pasta. Little angel hair pasta.
A little melted Snickers bar smeared into angel hair pasta. That's exactly what it is. Oh.
Yeah, the Krupnik.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Do it, Denny's. Yeah. All right, what do we got there? Guys blowing it with chicks. Talked about that yesterday with Jimmy.
Yeah, but this, I don't know. So these women are telling their stories how guys blew it.
Oh, this is the chick's side.
Yeah, and they sound too crazy to be true. Like the first one, it was the first night I spent with this guy. He was restless in that way guys get when they're not used to sharing their bed. He gets out of bed, and I ask him, what's up? I just have to get something. He slips back into bed with his regular sleeping companion, a large stuffed Opus. Of course, that's the penguin from Bloom County.
Of course.
He snuggles down with his arm around Opus and drifts off. Later on, I'm awakened by the flickering of the TV. He is sitting up in bed with Opus, mouthing along to Star Wars, playing silently on TV.
That is such bullshit. That is impossible.
When I sit up, he tells me that he watches this when he can't sleep, almost every night.
He should have choked her.
I slept for a few more hours until he woke me up cheering for Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Non sequitur.
Oh, it's the same guy.
Yeah.
Some guy cheering for Wimbledon. He was watching tennis. He woke up again.
Some guy this weird. What's she doing with him?
Exactly.
Was
Why are
she
you
drunk?
fucking him, you whore?
Yeah.
Well, it's like that first date stuff. I guess you don't know.
You don't know?
Then there's Shari, 29 in Manhattan. The guy I was dating had taken me to a very casual Mexican restaurant. When I ordered the chicken fajitas, he went pale. He told me with a straight face how fajitas always looked good to him, but he was always scared to order them because he felt like everyone always stared when the sizzling platter went by.
They do.
They do. He's right.
It's awful. I don't order fajitas because of that. Big bubbling fucking thing coming at you.
What a coward this guy is, though.
Sounds like that crinkly shit before.
Is this guy ever going to defend you in a bar fight if he's frightened your food if you don't embarrass him? Get the banana split. It's quieter.
Don't make a scene.
How beaten was he as a child? Your food is too loud. Suck daddy's cock.
To end this one, he actually called me brave, and true to his word, he ducked into the men's room when our server brought around our food.
Big smoky things like you're in a forest fire trying to eat.
Who cares?
What a fraidy cat.
We'll get back to this in a second. We got to say hi to an old friend, Mark Cuban. Mark!
What's up?
How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. How y'all doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
How are the Mavericks doing this year?
Rocking and rolling, baby.
Yeah, where are you guys in the standings?
We're tied for the second best record in the NBA, Mr. NBA fan.
Yeah, but I'm not following the West as much now.
I know.
I'm too busy with the Knicks. They're so good,
yeah.
I can't keep my eyes off
When
them.
are you going to get your ass back down to a game again?
Well, I haven't been in Dallas in a couple of years now.
Oh, man.
I want to go to the game tonight. I want to see if Kobe can light them up for 100.
You know what? It wouldn't shock me. It would not shock me
That's
at
what
all.
the papers are talking about, that Kobe has a real chance at scoring 100 tonight against the Knicks because they're so awful.
And he would love to do it in the Garden, man.
By the way, this is the year in the NBA where the coaches are going to keep these guys in during junk time just to get the numbers way up. You're feeling it. Like it's going to be one of those years.
Yeah, because they're kind of got a little personal battle going back and forth. But the teams that are really competing for the championships, you don't see that. You're not going to see Rip Hamilton stay in there. You're not going to see Dirk Nowitzki stay in there or Tim Duncan. Those guys just want to win.
Yeah.
The other guys are, they're in their own world.
Yeah.
But hey,
I'm still amazed that you're an NBA owner. By the way,
what's that?
I'm still amazed you're an owner.
I'm still amazed.
You're a very good owner. But
you want me to mess with you a little bit more? You want me to freak you out some more?
Yeah.
I've got a film production company, two of them. Between the two of them, we just got nominated for 7 Oscars this morning.
Jesus.
Congratulations.
How fucked up is that?
What movies are you responsible for?
Good Night and Good Luck with George Clooney.
Wait, that was your company?
Yeah, we co-produced it with another company. Yeah.
I just saw that movie, and it was very good.
Wasn't it great?
It was very good.
And then the other one was Enron, the Smartest Guys in the Room, a documentary that we produced through HDNet Films.
Oh, wow. No, who saw that movie was Ben. Ben's been ranting and raving about that movie. Yeah,
it just came out on DVD. Yeah, it just came out on DVD. It's awesome.
So what is that, for best documentary or something?
Yeah. Yeah, it's really, really, really good.
Look at you.
Would Ben watch it for management skills?
and we got another one coming out this week that I think could take something next year, or this year, I guess. It's called The World's Fastest Indian with Anthony Hopkins. It's about a dude, 71 years old, comes from New Zealand to set the world land speed record on his Indian motorcycle at the Bonneville Flats. Gets down there and it's just hysterical. It's one of those feel good movies. You go in there, expecting just a good movie. You come out of there pumped up, punch in the air. Yeah. So it turned out really good.
Did he set the record?
Don't tell us.
Can't tell you.
Stop spoiling it, Ope.
Can't tell.
Wait, does Hopkins play the Indian?
Yeah, he plays the main guy. Yeah. The Indian's the motorcycle.
Hey, Mark.
Oh.
Mark, you have an opinion on Isaiah Thomas?
Oh my Lord, man.
I believe him.
I do, actually.
I believe him on this one.
I know Isaiah, and I don't really know the lady, but I've met her, and I'm on Isaiah's side. Isaiah could do better. Let's just put it this way. If he really was going to be chasing it, that's not where he'd be chasing.
Yeah, Patrice O'Neal said that. He goes, "Why would he bother with this one when he could get 10s?"
Exactly right.
Sometimes there's just a mess that you have your eyes set on. Once in a while, there's just like a
I'm not
disaster.
buying it here, though. He knows, you don't go where you eat, and he's got too much at stake. And plus, he knows the New York media. He knows, between you guys and the Post, and everybody would just kill him. So he's not that bad.
No, we're supporting him on this one.
Yeah, I'm taking.
I can't believe you're a producer.
Yeah, I mean, we own Landmark Theaters, which is the Sunshine there in New York and around the country, and we own this production company, and we have HDNet and HDNet Movies, the TV networks. And so, between the three of them, it's like, let's start making our own content.
I'm just stunned at how much money this guy has.
Dude, this guy's got to be worth $1.5 million.
If that.
Hey, Mark, you going to write a book about your life?
I get asked all the time, and I just think it would bore the shit out of people.
Not at all. You were making no money, right? And then you came up with that idea how to...
Broadcast.com, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but to show you how smart I am, Hugh Pinero from XM comes to me right when they're started, and I'm like, I don't know if that's a good idea. So,
Yeah, but what? That's one miss out of, Jesus Christ. I'm reading here, you wrote chain letters?
Yeah, to pay for my junior year of college.
How did you make money on chain letters?
Well, it's one of those deals where it was $100. You gave $50 to the person that you bought the chain letter from, and sent 50 to the name at the bottom.
Oh, that's like the pyramid.
Yeah. And so
Ponzi scheme.
I just made sure the people that I sold it to got their money back, and then once it got outside the people I knew, I didn't care. And
then you didn't care.
Yeah. Then I would get up in the morning, skip class, go right to the mailbox, and I was making a boatload of money.
And you would reach the top there and get a bunch of money and.
Yeah. Just go party.
Wow.
Even better, he started out as a garbage bag and powdered milk salesman.
Oh, man, you don't have to bring that up.
Powdered milk? Well, I had to drink that crap growing up because I came from a big family.
Yeah, we don't even need to go there.
That is the worst stuff on earth.
Ever. And I thought, well, I could sell this because it saves people money. I learned. It was one of those learning lessons.
Hey, Mark, I want you to make a lot of people cry today.
Uh-huh.
How much money were you making just before you became a millionaire for the first time? Like, you went from what to what?
Oh, I went from sleeping on the floor to, making $1 million a year to selling my company for billions. It was when I'll give you the quick and dirty. In college, after the year after the chain letter, me and my buddy opened up a bar. We took over this bar that was failing, and I wasn't even 21 yet. And so I was like, I'll let all my friends in, right? And then one day it was just kicking ass. And then one day we decided to have a wet T-shirt contest. And I'm carding all the girls, because I went first crack at them. And so I'm carding, and so we have the wet T-shirt contest. No big deal. Everything goes great. That was a Friday. The following Sunday, there's a picture in the local Bloomington, Indiana paper, and no big deal, nails on us a little bit for having a wet T-shirt contest. Then I get a call 2 days later. Turns out the girl who came in third place was 16 years old and on probation for prostitution.
Nice.
So they shut us down. But that was the best thing that ever happened to me, because otherwise I'd probably still be a bartender in Bloomington, Indiana. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but...
Yeah.
But so then I went down to Dallas. I had my 1977 Fiat X19 with a hole in the floorboard, and went down to Dallas and hooked up with some of my buddies and slept on the floor. Six of us lived in a 3-bedroom apartment in Dallas, and got a job. And I had no computer background, but got a job selling software in a PC store.
Like in 1982, is this?
Yeah.
Now, who had a vision in '82 that this shit might just take off?
I mean, I guess I did, but it was just a job for me,
Yeah.
I thought, this is a hot area, something could happen. But I was working there 9 months, and I was learning a lot, but I got fired. I was the top salesperson, but I wouldn't come in one day to sweep the floor. I wanted to go close the deal. And so I got fired, and I went from there and started my own company. And it was Micro Solutions, and we...
What did they actually do? What was Micro Solutions?
Micro Solutions did a couple things. When I first started, PCs were still brand new to everybody, so if someone was buying a PC, I'd go pick it up at the store, I'd install all the software, and I'd train people on it. And then as I started working with some bigger companies, I started learning about how to hook them all up together into local area networks, which is no big deal now, but it was huge back then. And so then I became like the quote-unquote expert on local area networks and built that company into 80 people, 90 people, and $30 million a year in sales, and we sold it to CompuServe. And so I sold that company. I just turned 30. I bought a lifetime pass on American Airlines. Took my lifetime pass, went to 11 countries.
Wait, Mark, what's a lifetime pass?
It's a little thing. They don't sell them anymore, but it's a little thing on American Airlines. What happened was we had a little celebration party, me and my buddies. We were at one of those steakhouses, old-time steakhouses, just pounding. And, they're the ones that have the phone jacks at the tables. And so they're like, what are you going to buy? A Porsche, a house? I'm like, nah. I want a lifetime pass on an airline. So we're drunk. We ask for the phone, and we call American Airlines, and it's like, do you guys sell lifetime passes? And they're like, yeah, let me connect you with that department. And so I spent $125,000 back in 1990, and I still have it to this day, and I can fly 80,000 miles a year for the rest of my life. And I can take, it's first-class miles, anybody I want to take with me. I mean, I could just show up and they have to kick people out of first class. It's amazing.
Wait, they have to kick people out of first class?
Oh, yeah. One time they kicked out Magic Johnson. It was great. I just thought I was the biggest stud.
Well, so you could actually just show up and you're guaranteed any flight anywhere?
Yep.
It could have been one night he decided to sleep with a girl that was...
Oh, I used it more than one night. That's for damn sure.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
It's like, let's go to Vegas. Let's go to Spain. Let's go to London.
So 80,000 first-class miles a year with a person.
Yep.
That's fucking unbelievable.
That's a great deal.
Unbelievable, yeah.
But from what I hear, you really don't need to take that.
Not anymore.
Do you still have the Gulfstream?
Yeah, I just upgraded, actually. I traded in the G5 for the new G550.
What does that run, the G550?
$42 million, I think.
42 mil, probably all decked out.
Yeah, and then we have the 757 we use for the Mavs. And so I can use that, too, if we're not going to...
Yeah, if you need a 757.
Which, I'll tell you what, one of the most bizarre things, creepy things, is being on that plane. One time I took it, I forget why, but and it was me and a flight attendant, and the only two people on this huge...
We know why, then.
Oh, it was pretty crazy.
That seems a little creepy, yeah.
Yeah, but on the flip side, my bachelor party... Started off, picked up my high school buddies in Pittsburgh, went out, picked up college buddies in Chicago, and then went to Vegas. And by the time we got to Vegas, it didn't even matter that we landed in Vegas. we were so out of it. And, we had a couple poles installed on the plane for the trip, but it was all good.
Were there girls there, too?
Oh, hell yes.
Oh, is there girls there?
Hell yes, but my dad monopolized them, so it wasn't as good.
What a life, man.
Yeah, you got to write a book, Mark.
Oh, man.
What a story.
Have you been fined this year by the NBA?
No, not really, man. They're getting
What's
used to me.
wrong with you?
They're getting used to me. I mean, I say the same stuff that I did before, and they just don't care anymore.
Yeah, he's very vocal and
got
a lot of great headlines by being vocal.
Yeah, but, now they're like, okay, that's just Mark, and, we can't shut him up anyway, so.
And you got fined $1 million one year, and you paid it off in pennies?
No, I don't know where that came from, but they just deducted. I refused to send them a check, so they deducted it from other money that they were sending us. So, no, I probably should have sent it in pennies, but that didn't happen.
Urban legend.
Yeah, urban legend. Hey, it's nice to have an urban legend associated with you.
Sure is.
Of course. We got a few.
Do you have any desire to have like a mediocre comic slave boy hang out with you and just enjoy your life with you?
I'm not into boys hanging out with me. So.
I'm not in a gay way. I mean, just to kind of help you out and do things for you.
Like I said, if I have my choice between hiring a boy to hang out with me or, pick your choice.
Yeah.
Can you send us a plane so we could go see a Mavericks game?
Yeah, I'll send you the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or could you at least call the guard and get me tickets for the big game tonight?
Oh, you know what? I don't even know if I could pull that off. But, when we play the Nets in a couple of weeks, I'll hook you all up. If you guys want to come out to Meadowlands, for sure.
Can we, hang out with you?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe, maybe that's...
Are you just saying that because we're on the radio together?
No, I'm saying to see if you guys can hang.
Well, I don't know if we could anymore, to be honest. Someone wants to ask you about HD. Hold on a second here.
All right.
John in Miami. John.
Hey, Mark, I love HDNet and Ted Turner. You and Ted Turner are the only two that actually show a decent amount of HD programming. What is it with all the other schmucks in the networks?
You know what? I hope they never get their act together. You know, watch the stuff in HD, like man, just rocks. And
oh yeah,
yeah, we're going to keep on raising the bar.
Wait, you're one of the leaders with HD programming?
Yeah, HDNet
oh my
and
God.
HDNet movies are.
Can you save something for somebody else?
Wait,
no.
What is HDNet? Is that because I have a couple HD channels on my cable box? Is that one of you?
Yeah. It depends who your cable provider is.
Time Warner.
Yeah. So if you've got Time Warner and you've got HD, then you've got HDNet.
That means you're paying Mark.
Yeah, you're paying me.
Unbelievable,
Dude,
man.
HD is fucking. It rules.
What's preventing the other networks from showing more HD programming?
A couple things. One, they don't always have the rights to the shows. Like the cable networks are the ones that are really screwed. The broadcast networks have to do it in HD, or most of the stuff in HD. But the cable networks, they just don't want to spend the money to upgrade the programming. That's what it comes down to. And most of them license shows. So, they don't want to go back and spend money on 500 episodes of something to upgrade it to HD.
Well, it's interesting. Once it was a college game. It was an HD on an ABC affiliate in Miami. And it wasn't coming in on HD in my set, so I called the local affiliate, and they go, "Are you sure it's an HD?" I go, "Yeah." They go, "Okay, let us check." And then
they flip the switch?
They flip the freaking switch, which for whatever goddamn reason, sometimes they're not flipping the switch.
Yeah, it's still brand new to a lot of people, but they say by the end of the year, 26 million homes are going to have high def, and HDNet's got 2 million plus subs right now, and we're just rocking. We've got movies that we put out, like we just had Bubble come out, Enron, which just won, got nominated for an Academy Award, was an original movie on HDNet. So we're just rocking and rolling. Things are going good, and we got some. Wait till you hear some of the programming we got. I'll come back on to talk about, but you know how freaky Doug and Jackie Christie are, right? Have you heard the stories about those guys? Used to play for the Sacramento Kings.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, just freaks, right? Well, they have a reality show that we just bought that we're going to put on HDNet that was in high def, and we're working on one with Dennis Rodman too. It's called Dress Up with Dennis. And what it's going to be is we're going to get Rodman to take a couple geeky guys and geeky girls and just freak them out and take them on the town and see if they can hang.
Unbelievable. Let's go to Matt. Matt, you're on with Mark Cuban.
Hey, Mark. How you doing?
Good, Matt. How are you?
I think you should take Jimmy up on that offer to be Club Soda Jimmy. I think he's an excellent man. He's the right man for the job. And also wanted to let you know you're my personal hero. I was in the room. Oh, no, I was in the room when you were with David Stern, and he was talking about all that net content. I used to work for the league, and you said like 5 times right to his face, "You want to use my team? You want to use my logo? Pay me. Pay me." I thought, great.
Good.
I like to nail him.
Well, Mark, I got really good news for you.
What's that?
I'm going to make you my first billionaire friend.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
You're not gonna
what an honor.
Hey, if you're on MySpace, I'll put you in my top 8. I have nothing to offer this guy.
He doesn't need MySpace to get laid. Who are you kidding?
Wait, there's this new you talk about the shit I'm doing. Check out gooey.com, GOOWY.com, gooey.com. They just started up. They're just getting rolling. We should put an O&A setup down there for you guys, too.
Pay me.
Please.
Yeah.
Pay
me. Guys,
Pay me. What's GUI.com about?
It's a front-end interface for using the net. So it's a Flash-based interface so that you can do things, track all the stuff you got going on, your calendar, your email, any feeds you get from websites, all in a graphical interface. So, you can do your own backgrounds, you'll soon be able to publish your own sites like MySpace, hook up your friends, store stuff. It's just meant to be a whole integrated website.
I think we should work together.
I think we should.
You own any cool domain names or anything?
I own a bunch of cool domain names.
Like what? What's the best one you own? People call you all the time for it.
What is the best one I own?
Like, who owns fuck.com?
Those, I don't have any of the sex ones. I don't know who owns those. I used to have some, when we had broadcast.com, I was going out buying them left and right, but Yahoo got them all. I mean, I had like sandwich.com, I had pickle.com.
Yeah. See, here's a guy that was thinking ahead of the curve, man.
I had baseballcards.com.
Baseballcards.com.
I had everything, but Yahoo got them all.
Could you get me JimNorton.com? Because someone has that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Some cyber squatter.
And someone wants to thank you for putting cage fighting on HD.
Yeah, it's rocking.
You're sick. All right.
No, cage fighting, man. You see that blood squirting in high def, man.
That's fantastic.
Oh, you see the face come down against the cage.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man. You know when you're turning away, then you know we're doing our job.
When you're watching high def, it's so hard to just go back to regular television. It's all blurry and pixelated, and they're not giving enough bandwidth to the regular channels anymore.
Well, they're not, and they're not even giving enough to high def channels. But you know what? That'll fix itself because a lot of these channels a lot of the standard def channels are going to go away.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, and it's almost like, regular radio and satellite. Satellite's the step up, and you're going to have to compete or you're going to get blown out, right?
Mark, why do we have to suffer for the people that can't afford high-def televisions?
Yeah.
Why do we have to suffer with their low-quality broadcast tying up our bandwidth?
People. It's funny. That'll fix itself, man. People. When I got into the internet business, it'd be like bourgeoisie, whatever the word is. You highfalutin people that can afford computers and this and that.
Yeah.
Man, high def sets. You can go into Best Buy and buy a 27-inch high def set for $399.
Yep.
Yeah. I got to interrupt. We're running out of show. We got 20 seconds left, so we want to thank Mark Cuban for calling in.
Thanks, guys. Let's keep in touch. And, hey, go see Bubble, go see World's Fastest Indian, go buy the Enron DVD, and go Mavs.
And we look forward to you doing something very nice for Opie and Anthony in the near future.
Mark on the calendar when the Mavs play the Nets. We'll hook something up.
All right, very good.
Thanks, man.
All right, guys. Take care.
Mark Cuban, everyone. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
That's it. I'm out of here.